trying to take your tower and trying to take your bottle on your courier. So Crystallize does not fall for it. Gets to stay alive, keep blast clicking in this lane. Top lane though, I'm getting a bit worried for Palantimos. Looks like General putting the screws out onto him right now. It's kind of difficult as well as Lifestealer. Given this major nerf to open wounds, good god, 140 mana at all levels. It's kind of insane. Means that at any point in the game, Lifestealer only has at maximum 2 open wounds in him in the laning phase. Will not be able to offer much more than that. So if you use open wounds and you don't get the kill, it's kind of a big deal. LeBron did just drag this creep wave in, just to ensure that the dire creep wave comes closer towards the tier 1 tower, so General can get all this experience. He's leading them around, making sure they don't fall underneath the tier 1. Don't have to right click under that, which is always pretty great. But yeah, very static early game thus far right now. We haven't seen anybody try to make any major kill attempts. Lizzie just stealing away some of the stack that Lil had made for his team. Lil will return the favor by stealing away the bounty rune, so, or even at the end of the day. LeBron was being stalked a bit by Zayak, but it's not gonna turn into anything substantial. Undershock is doing really well mid versus Crystallize. He's leveraging the fact that he's got much more damage than Crystal. Oh my god, so much more damage, especially with this double mount tally. 85 damage versus 68 is no joke. Right now, Undershock is 27 and 10 versus the 20 and 2. But Crystallize is still doing relatively okay. No one's dying. All across the map is just very quiet. Stately's also just farming at bottom versus Blizzy. Like, there's no real losers actually for either team in terms of this laning phase. Both of them got lanes that they kind of want. Maybe is there an experience difference even? I don't think so. Nope, experience is exactly even. So, the game is basically at set 0. That happened for a while. Zayak is just mid lane though. Oh, they said should be for level 6. Level 6, hey. Here towards the bottom lane though. They might try to go for Blizzy. They get the courier. Dire courier does go down. Dendi on HP might actually die here. 40 towards the top lane though. Slayer. Vengeful is gonna. Maybe he's waiting for it to. Then he's gonna keep farming here. He's now starting to outstrip Blizzy by quite some margin. Blizzy running back. Doesn't have the soul ring just yet. So, very difficult to be aggressive in a lane like this with Magic Missile was there. The Lucio will miss, but recognizes that Slayer has some boots. Him as though has Tranquils, but in general, and then damage onto the tower. The primal role will be there to bring down Slayer on Brain Zap. Secures the kill. You have to rotate several heroes to make that happen. To bring down one of the better farmed heroes on the side of Vega Squadron. I think he's the most farmed. Palantimos. Now he sees these heroes coming back towards the top. I mean, sad that his friend died mid, but what can you do? You just have to keep hitting creeps, man. He is going to be going for this Radiant Solar Crest into SNY build, it seems. One of these newfangled Lifestealer builds. I like this Lifestealer build, actually. I think it works out very well. Bottom, Zayak chased down by Dendi. Dendi just... that's actually one thing I didn't even think about. Is the fact that Dendi, with the Chakram as well as Whirling Death, can actually make Tree and Protector's life a living hell. Given that any tree that you're next to try and get that coverage of the nature's guys doesn't actually work out for you. The trees get chopped down, suddenly you're visible and you die. I like this. So I think Na'Vi, definitely the winners of this early game. It's been static, it's been slow. Not much has been happening. They've gotten a couple of kills to their name. Now let's see if they can convert this to damage onto a tier 1. Dendi's already doing so in the bottom lane. Tier 1 tower, half HP. He's creep slipping right now. With level 4 reactive armor, has literally nothing to fear. So he can do this happily. Slayer will thread the needle, dodge out the echoes now coming in from low. Will not allow him to get brought down. Top lane. They might want to try and find something here. Here we go, LeBron. They get the Nightmare out onto Palantimos. Will they use a Primal Roll? Or General just here to try and find this, okay? They want to maybe Primal Roll Wild Access flying through. Zayak falling very low. They get the kill onto LeBron though. General might have committed that roll a little bit too late. They find the grab. Palantimos just uses the Infest. Gets all his HP back onto a good position. Yeah, so he's fine. It's all good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This top lane has definitely gone the way of Vega Squadron. Slayer with the DD rune, just putting some right clicks out onto our Leshrac. Crystallize just backs himself away. Crystallize will almost have a pair of arcane boots. From there, I imagine he begins to transition himself into grabbing a bloodstone, which is definitely the item of choice right now.
Middle tower is
If
under
you're Crystallize, I think.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Like certainly, there's no other item that you want to buy at the moment. Besides that one, Undershock. Needs a little bit of a lightning storm. Crystallizer's build is interesting though. It hasn't put a single point into the Diabolic, so not planning to try and push down towers anytime soon. But they're playing for a later portion of the game, and now Fiend's Grip in the top lane. They want to try and go on Palantimos General. Doesn't have the Primal Roar though. Palantimos running low. Brain Sap puts him down to 26 HP, but they don't actually have enough to kill him. But there's going to be the Necro Book, the level 1 usage from General allows them to find the kill. Slayer with the magic missile, not able to create the space. Zayak throws out the Leech Seed onto LeBron, keeps him at bay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Slayer doesn't die, but Zayak does. The Wild Axes, man, the damage from these Wild Axes. Yo,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zayak wasn't expecting that, and as a strength hero, you gotta be careful, guys, about that application. You think you're tanky, but not always. You get brought down. Tier 1 tower now being threatened out right now by Na'Vi. We have a rotation coming back. Palantimos wants to try and make sure that this defense holds. Undershock is here. They get the Dream Coil out onto LeBron. LeBron does not have a TP, so won't be able to get himself out back to safety. But the Wild Axes are there. Like LeBron, it's gonna straight up try and TP here, but there's way too much damage. Wow. Okay, Vega Squadron. They were insistent upon getting that revenge, and they succeed in getting it. Undershock is able to grab that kill. However, while he's doing this, Crystallize has finally put a point to the Diabolic Edict, putting some pressure onto the tier 1 tower now. Down to about half HP. And they really tick bottom. Dendi made this job happen. He's actually just gonna go into the mid lane now. They might perhaps put Crystallize towards bottom, but now they're gonna keep Crystallize here. One more, well, he has the actual usage of Diabolic Edict available to him now. Oh, so they really can actually. They really can go for the Sion tower. Dendi can tank up the damage from these creeps. They don't have a Veil just yet on Undershock, so they can't actually burst his Dendi down just yet. He's a bit too tanky. Undershock's actually going for this early Blink Dagger. This is not something that we see that often anymore on these pucks.
Dire's middle tower is under
Like, for the most part, what we've been seeing lately is that most pucks go for that very early point into the Veil of Discord in order to ensure that they always have early magical bursts even before they have initiation. But there's a smoke now from Na'Vi. We'll see LeBron moving around the throw. They will get a primal roar from General directly onto Palantimos. There will be a root coming out from Zayak. But here we go now. Earthsplitter flying through. A Fiend's Grip as well from LeBron directly onto Palantimos. General also gets a solo kill on the side of the fight onto Zayak. And now secures himself a mega kill streak. They bring down Palantimos. They bring down Zayak. And now they're going to bring down the tier 1 tower as well. Na'Vi looking strong in this early game. 13 minutes into this, we have a medallion as well as a level 1 necro book coming in from General. This medallion is destroying them. They do not have the armor to fight against this. And Lifestealer is so far away from actually having this radiance. He's not ready at all for this initiation that comes onto him. Doesn't have like a Sanj or a regular Yasha or even a medallion / solar crest that sometimes Lifestealer would have. Even an armlet to give him the tank ability to survive being gone on by these heroes. Speaking of though, Vega want to try and find a grab of their own towards the bottom lane. They've rotated down Undershock. They want to reveal this Blink Dagger, Crystallize, being spotted out. There's a magic missile sound onto LeBron. LeBron waiting Rift out. They reveal the Blink Dagger coming out from the puck. Crystallize needs to try and get himself out with the TP. They see him now behind the corner. There will be a usage of the Dream Coil, but here comes Dendi. The damage with the shotgun is going to be way sky high. Blizzy will be forced to pop his ultimate. Slayer, magic missile out onto Dendi to try and create space enough for Blizzy to try and escape through this. It seems like that will be the case. Undershock getting out right now, blinking away as well. So they trade out 2 for 1. Na'Vi will lose to Vega Squadron, finally putting themselves in a more decent position, creating a little bit of space for the top lane by having some heroes be forced to move bottom. It still doesn't solve all their problems though. They have yet to actually find a major item. Blizzy has Medallion, Helm of the Dominator, do have a Blink Dagger on puck, but we don't have any damage as of yet. The medallion maybe, but Lifestealer still needs to find this sacred relic, get himself closer towards having that usage of the radiance. Here we go, Vega now. Slayer going forward out with the Echo Stomp. They lose you all flying through. They want to try and get the damage out onto the Vengeful Spirit. General gets the Primal Roar out onto the Lifestealer on the high ground. And they're still fighting on the low ground. The Lightning Storm should be enough to bring down the Vengeful Spirit. The negative illusion is here. The root coming out from Zytek. LeBron falling low. Crystallize still taking the fight. Two-man Dreamflow coming in right now from Undershock. They want to try and get the Earthsplitter threaded through. Crystallize still alive. No one side yet on the side of Navi. They lose LeBron right now. Finally, they lose Crystallize. After Slayer goes down, the heals coming in from both Aphotic Shield and Living Armor will keep Vega Squadron alive. And they back away from this fight. It's gonna be Navi. He's getting one on the outset, but I think if you're Vega, you're happy with that fight. Honestly, you get any attempt where you succeed in getting Crystallized is where you are always going to be happy on the side of Vega Squadron. And also, Palantimos was not there. Once again, creating space. He needs to leave soon though. Oh no, he's going to die top. He's going to die before he has the relic. They're going to get him right now. LeBron looking to get the kill. There's no trees over here, so they might be able to find him before he's able to get the rage TP out. The Nightmare will be there. Dandy nearby. They have Willing Death. They have the Chakram. They have everything they could possibly need. And they have a way to cancel the TP. LeBron. Oh, he doesn't have Fiend's Grip. He already used it. Lol. Okay, cool. Palantimos is fine then. That was going to be so scary. If he got caught with the Fiend's Grip, it would have like set back Vega Squadron heavily in this game. I don't think they can afford to have this Radiant later than 20 minutes. Ideally, Palantimos wanted it around this time, but you know, life's not perfect. And now top lane, they're going to try and make this push happen. General is not in the vicinity to offer up the aid of his Necro Books. He's heading towards here though. In the meantime, Crystallize will activate the Diabolic Edict, putting damage out onto the tier 1 tower. Here's the Hawk scouting out behind the tower. Blizzy with the Solar Crest trying to tank up as much of his creep damage as possible. But Dandy can also just tank up the entirety of the tower damage whilst the Diabolic Edict goes to work in 1 second. General is here as well with level 4 Call of the Wild, which means the Zoo is in the place. Alpha Wolf is in the vicinity as well. The Vega Squadron doing what they can to try to defend against this. Blizzy is really trying to create as much space as he can. Unfortunately though, it looks like Navi do not feel like being deterred. They're going to take the tower. And one more right click, there we go, they succeed. Gonna be Dandy getting the tier 1 tower out of this. Gets the grab, Timber chains away, tier 2 tower rather. In that time frame though, Lifestealer is getting closer and closer towards Radiance. It feels like Vega Squadron has sort of constructed the majority of their team around when this Lifestealer is going to have Radiance available for them to use as an offensive tool. Up till this point, it's just been about that item. We've only seen a couple of kills from them happen under their own impetus. Most of the time they've been responding to some of the pressure that Navi's putting out. Navi as well, 3k gold ahead, level 2 Necro Book now picked up by General. You want to go for the Shadow Blade first before finishing the full Necro 3s. And Puck's starting to build Dagon. I'm surprised he's going Dagon rather than Veil. If you're going to spend this kind of money, like, just buy Veil, dude. But I understand though. They need as much magical damage against Timbersaw as possible, but still, Veil is so good. I don't understand why you wouldn't just kill the Veil of Discord. We do have Palantimos finally grabbing himself the Rads. Coming out right now on the courier. And the Lotus Orb from Dendy. Make sure that the Magic Missile Stun from Slayer turns in the opposite direction. Echo Stomp as well from Low Hardy will be able to create the space. And now here finally, we've got this Radiance. They need to infest Undershock and try and make a play happen. And there we go. They're going to try and do this right now. Blizzy's already used his ultimate. Undershock looking to jump them on the back lines here. Going to go and find a Dream Call onto 3 heroes and they're going to get the infest farm out. But the Lifestealer is going to get caught out by the Fiend's Grip from the Bane Elemental. The few big Earthshoot on the backside of the fight. Slayer, after the defensive swap, will actually lose his life. Palantimos right now gets rooted up by the Dark Souls Summoner. There's going to be a few jump in coming in from the puck. They're able to get the grab onto Crystallize. Ends up being a 2-for-1 play here in the mid lane. He finishes the job, Undershock. Started it aggressively, finished it aggressively. Very nicely done by our puck. Kinda sucky for him that he ended up in a situation in which, or at least for the Lifestealer, that he got Fiend's Grip almost immediately as he came out of the infest. Navi and LeBron were very much ready for that. If they'd gotten the Waning Rift out onto the Bane Elemental, I think that fight goes way better for Vega Squadron. So Undershock probably gonna be cognizant of that for the next time.
Regeneration.
Recognizing that, yo guys, I need to be able to make sure that I get out that ult, that silence. They're gonna try again towards the mid lane. Dream Coil is back off cooldown. They infest once more. Very similar position where the last fight broke out. But they're gonna try and wrap all the way around for this one. Where are they gonna jump to? The Winning Rift misses everybody. In fact, Genji still putting out some damage. They're gonna try and go for low Hardy right now. There is no Vayne nearby to get off the Fiend's Grip. Still loses his life. Slayer, a body shield will actually get him out of trouble for now. Dream Coil on the backside of the fight. They catch on to heals. Both General and Crystallize. Where is LeBron with this Fiend's Grip? He's not gonna be available now. They either use up onto Crystallize, tossing him into the air. The ultimate will be committed by the Abandon, keeping himself alive by Palantimos. With those Radiance burn damage, putting in those work, Dandy trying to get himself away. Magic Missile will be there to catch him out. And now they're going to get closer to him. The Solar Crest is out onto him. The Body Block will be there as well. The Fiend's Grip will come out from LeBron onto the backside of the fight. They bring down Zayak, but it's going to cost him his own life. LeBron goes down to the waiting arms of Slayer, the Vengeful Spirit. And that's going to be that. Vega Squadron. Still take a convincing fight though. 1 for 3 in their favor. Na'Vi not at all ready for that. That damage that can be put out by Palantimos. He very suddenly, he was struggling to get those rads. He only finished it just before the 20-minute mark. Suddenly, basically has a Solo Crest. Oh, how times change. How things can change here. So right now, Slayer. Be careful, bro. Don't get yourself caught out in a bad position, my friend. So it seems to me that Na'Vi probably want to try and take Roche next. They know that they have this damage with General being in the vicinity with a almost complete Necro 3. And they also know Vega Squadron don't do it the fastest. It's okay for them, I guess, but it's not an ideal Roche situation that they're in for the side of Vega Squadron. Palantimos looks to get the infest again. Gonna go into Undershock. See where they go here. Both times they've tried to make this move, they succeeded and done something amazing from it. Let's see what's next. Undershock also wants to go for this Lincoln Sphere, which is an amazing pickup this game. Because then it means that the big tool that they want to use to try and lock down this puck as this game progresses, either the usage of the Fiend's Grip or the Primal Roar from the Beastmaster, both of them will be blocked up in some capacity. I like what Na'Vi are doing right now. Na'Vi, they know that around the situation around the mid lane, last time is where they got brought down multiple heroes, so they're playing a lot more carefully. And in the meantime, Zayak is throwing living armor out onto the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, making sure that Na'Vi's prior efforts actually have not gone in their direction. This Call of the Wild Hawk is going to expire in 15 seconds. They should not. Oh, thank God, they don't reveal themselves in the Roshan pit. No. But can they actually stop this? This is going by very quickly. If Palantimos is able to actually get off the rage, can they finish this in time? I think they're gonna get this. The Earth Splitter will be there, but Palantimos, here comes Dendy though. They can throw a chunk from into the pit. The roots will come out from Zayak. Zayak, they're gonna try and fight against the Palantimos. Does get the Aegis to the Immortal. Now they're still fighting on the backside fight. General gets off the Primal Roar directly onto Undershock. Undershock pulling low the Fiend's Grip as well. Pulling out, but the swap from onto LeBron keeps him in a bad position. Dendy now falls down right next to Palantimos. Lifestealer putting in too much work on the high ground. LeBron trying to escape back towards the dark side of the map. It's not gonna be enough. Undershock catches him with the Illusory Orb as well as the Dagon hit. And they find 2 kills as well as the Aegis of the Immortal. Vega Squadron taking no shit from nobody. And I thought that that might actually have gone awry, given the fact that just before that, the bird itself coming in from the Beastmaster did scout out the movement. So they could have, if they were there maybe a second earlier, it could have been different, but unfortunately the burst damage as it stands right now from the side of Vega. And their ability to just take long fights. And these double crests are wrecking Na'Vi. The Medallion of Courage available on Palantimos as well as the Solar Crest on Blizzy. Both of them applying different negative armor. We saw what they did there onto Dendy. They put them both on him. Reactive armor or no, you're going down there, buddy. He died so quickly. It actually looked like the ultimate symbol at that time.
Radiant's
Lotus
top
Orb or
tower
not,
is
you
under
cannot
attack.
survive that kind of burst.
Radiant structures are
Now,
fortified.
top lane. Tier 1 tower is going to get pushed out right now. Dendi is not going to be crazy enough to dive onto the tier 2 here. And living armor from Zayak is consistently healing this bad boy up anyway. So now
Radiant's
Na'Vi,
top
for the first
tower
time this
is
game,
under
find
attack.
themselves
Radiant's top
at a
tower
net
has
worth
fallen.
lead, disadvantage.
Dire's bottom
Vega
tower
Squadron
is
at
under
2k
attack.
ahead. 10,000 experience ahead? What? Are you kidding me? Beast Monster is level 15, the Lifestealer is level 17. Lenshack Crystallize only level 13, he might actually die here. Look how squishy this hero is, he's gonna get swapped back, he's actually just gonna die. He just loses his life just like that. He doesn't, like he just evaporated.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's moving towards having his BKB, but after having picked up this Yule Scepter, haven't really been able to contribute at all to this game. Undershot gets Primal Road. Wow, okay, General. General, yeah, Solar Crest. Yeah, he's also got one of those. And he has a creep army with Necro Books, as well as having access to level 4 Inner
Dire's
Beast
middle
Aura.
tower
Yeah,
is
yeah,
under attack.
does a lot. So you see some of the stack right now, he's gonna steal it away from this Lifestealer. Lizzie's gonna see him, so he won't be able to actually finish this off. He's just gonna back away. As it stands right now, Na'Vi, BKB desperately required on Crystallize. Dendi badly needs his Yule Scepter as well. But the entire early game advantage has eroded basically entirely on the side of Na'Vi. They're not really able to apply as much pressure as they were earlier. But I think that one of the bigger problems, oh, Zayak is standing right underneath the Sentry Ward. He's gonna die here. General, they don't have detection right now. Zayak, okay, there we go. Dust of Appearance will find him. He's trying to juke and jive. Fiend's Grip will be there. LeBron, it's been a while since he's used it. So might as well. 100 seconds without this soul. So that means that this tier 2 tower could actually fall if Vega Squadron decides to make a go at this. But it looks like they just still want to just farm up on Palantimos. Has the Solar Crest right now, as well as this S and Y. But yeah, they are going to go for this tier 2 at bottom. Slayer gonna lead off these attacks. Palantimos gonna make his approach here. They spawn out that General is in the top lane. He's one of the few heroes that Lifestealer is genuinely afraid of, given that he can get engaged upon with the shadows. Hold that thought, bottom lane. Chakram, Dendi trying to fight through this. Yules himself into the air, stays alive, gets out of trouble. Does aggressive Yules, quote unquote, onto Palantimos. Crystallize just supposed to toss him up so they can escape. Otherwise, there's no way. And they will just take this tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Hello,
fallen.
Weeboozy. And Nanu12. Oh, whoever's new here, hi guys, what's up? Smoke now from Vega Squadron. They're gonna try and maybe make a jump. Catch somebody off, turn this into another tier 2 tower. And who do you know? Who do they catch? Crystallize. The lowest net worth core in this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Looks
attack.
like he is going to remain so. They don't actually see him. So they don't know which side he's at. They now spot General. General gets caught out. And, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. They throw down the Dream Coil, but unfortunately General has already left the vicinity. Aegis of the Immortal will now expire. JT getting gone on right now. They just burst down LeBron immediately. Open wounds onto Dendi. They want to try and find this fight very badly. Earthsplitter flying out from low to try and create the space to swap from Dendi. Sort of interrupts the Timber Chamber, not really. He still completed and still goes through. Waiting rest will be there, but he's building up some reactive armor stacks. And in the interim, Crystallize was pushing in the top lane, trying to put this damage out onto this tier 3 tower. Unfortunately for him, there's living armor to heal that all up. Now the fight hasn't ended just yet. They still want to go. Dendi falling very low. Silence up. There's going to be a primal roll onto Slayer. Slayer falling low. There's going to be roots onto everybody. Crystallize coming in with the Diabolic King as well as the ultimate. They finally found the kill onto Undershock. Next to 4 will be Slayer. They're still fighting Blizzy in his ultimate, but he's surrounded by heroes right now. And Dendi still has here to fall the Chakram as well as his Willing Death, doing so much more work onto Blizzy. There will be an Echo Stop. Here comes Palantimos though. His appearance should reset this fight. There's going to be a Meteor Hammer dropped from Zayak, just to ensure that Blizzy has enough room to walk himself away. But Palantimos, it all works out in the end for Vega Squadron. Yeah, sorry if I'm annoying anybody with my microphone sounds. Just because my old mic broke. So this is my old, very terrible mic, which is basically just here so I can, just so I can talk at all. Otherwise I don't have a mic whatsoever. It's pretty annoying. So yeah, apologies ladies and gentlemen for the bad sounding quality and for the, I've heard like various things that it sounds, I'm not sure if it's either, it sounds like I'm crossing from a helicopter or from a spaceship. But either way, sounds pretty shit, and I apologize for that. Deadly, right now, still trying to move himself towards the sheepstick. Get some more utility for his team. That fight actually could have gone a lot better as well if they'd gotten the Hex out onto Palantimos before he got the TP off. Could have changed things around for his team. Palantimos as well, going for this late game nullifier on his Faceless Void. On his Lifestealer. I miss Faceless Void. Hero either gets banned out nowadays or just never picked. Doesn't get picked. Oh, it doesn't get picked in win. Whenever it gets picked, it loses. Which is pretty feels bad moments. And now they're gonna try it again. Infest Bomb with the Lincoln Sphere in tow right now. For Undershock, he can no longer get Primal Roar and die. And they've got a Gem of True Sight, so if General puts himself in a bad position, he is gonna lose his life. Looks like Undershock still just taking it easy. Doesn't actually want to make his way towards the top side of the map. In general. Where does he go after this actually? Doesn't want to finish his Necro 3s, which I find very surprising given that they're having a lot of issues with the vision. Especially on Zayak. On his Treant Protector. So having that Necro 3 would make a huge difference in that regard. But I guess he wants that Sheepstick. They realize they don't have that many stuns right now. Or not that many reliable stuns at the beginning of the fight. And since General has a Shadow Blade, he could initiate as well with the Sheepstick. You sheep one hero, you Primal Roar another. Can lead to some very strong team fights, so I can understand his perspective here on General. Still kind of annoying for that to happen. Zayak, Meteor Hammer. You know what I really want to see? I want to see what is Crystallize actually going to do this game, because he has this BKB now, but I'm not entirely convinced it's going to help him win these fights, because he'll run around these fights with the BKB. But if Palantimos is around, or worse yet, if they manage to find themselves an Aghanim Scepter on Undershock, that is going to be like traumatic for his team. And Lifestealer soon going to have Nullifier, so could negate the entirety of Crystallize's BKB. Could find that like even one of the first two uses of the BKB don't really go that way. Oh, Ogre just doesn't really do that much for your team. Like Bloodlust is nice and Fire Blast is okay, but in a team fight you want a little bit more than that. Unless you have a hero that really benefits from Bloodlust, like OD, then you can pick heroes that need to be attacking as much as possible. Those heroes you can gladly pick up the Ogre for, but in general, better not to. Bottom lane though, Wild Hawk did catch out that Undershock was moving in this vicinity. Oh no, there's gonna be a catch onto General. They do find him out with the Dust of Appearance as well. They know where he's at. Palantimos, they get the swap back and they catch him. The Primal Roar does come out, but General should know that this is over. Dies in front of the tier 2 tower. Vega Squadron showing no quarter. However, all the time now he's actually getting some of the farm back. Like even though Vega Squadron is outstripping them in terms of kills, it seems to have the positional advantage. Like if I'm looking at this map, tower wise it's actually the same. It's very even. And at the same time, Navi, two of their heroes are getting quite a lot of net worth going forward. Deadly almost has this sheepstick. You could actually buy it right now if you wanted it. It will rob him of having buyback, but will be the completed item as he sees fit. They're gonna take the next Rollstone inside of Vega Squadron, inside the pit. This should go down, Aegis and Cheese towards Navi. Vega Squadron. Undershock probably should take the cheese right now. I'm gonna give it to Blizzy. Blizzy's actually really farmed as well. Solo Crest, Vlad's, AC. He's been very quietly wrecking this game. Oh no, Slayer cancels out Crystallize's teleportation with the Nether Swap. Crystallize uses up Slayer. maybe gonna try and get himself out of this, but understands that there's no way that he survives this fight. The magic missile will catch him out right now as well. He has the usage of VKB available, but why bother with such a waste when you know you're gonna die? Crystallize. Dead again, top lane, you're trying to create space furthermore for his team. Doesn't end up going that way. Seems to have been the story of this game for Crystallize. This Leshrac has not paid dividends whatsoever for Team Navi. I actually want to see how much building damage he's done. Because I hope at least maybe with his Diabolic Edict he could put out a lot of work, but at the same time Vega Squadron have living armor. So unless you actually take a tower, it doesn't matter to them. They're really chilled. Dendi and LeBron are waiting for somebody to show their face at bottom to farm, but Vega Squadron heroes, nobody near here.
Radiant are scanning.
Like, no way near. Undershock has Infest, has a gift, a package to give towards the Navi heroes.
Dire's courier
Oh,
has been
General
killed.
will escape after killing the courier. It had the teleport boots. I think those are Undershocks, right? I think no, they were the Abaddons. Blizzy one of those. Oh well. I don't think it'll dissuade them from them taking this tier 2 tower regardless. They're gonna surround it right now. Slayer's already put out this observe board that'll scout out any encroach from Navi from the low ground. So now General gets gone on. There's gonna be a swap onto him to make sure that the Quail breaks, and they're gonna just lay into him with right clicks. The Nullifier from Palantimos is revealed at the moment. And they use that to ensure that they get the grab and get the kill. Tier 2 tower top fell down as well. Crystallize fell very, very low. And now Fleet Script going out onto Blizzy. This might not actually be the best. LeBron now actually they're not able to defend Dendi. Dendi's been nullified. He's being chased down by Palantimos, who also wants a piece of Crystallize. There will be a Hex on onto Dendi immediately after Crystallize when the rage expires. But now they're gonna turn out and put the damage out onto LeBron. They've taken him down. Double buybacks thus far from Navi. Bane Elemental as well as the Beast Monster want more of this, but they've already taken the tier 3 tower. Now they Infest back into opposite direction. Undershock maybe thinking about trying to make another go at this. If Dendi stays on the low ground, he could just die here. They've got 10 seconds until they have the Dream Coil. And Slayer has the Nether Swap, so they can almost ensure that the Coil breaks once more. Dendi getting gone on. They get the swap onto him, as well as the silence. They've got the grab onto Dendi. Nullify. Oh, beautiful Nightmare from LeBron. That's not going to be enough to actually save the life of the Timbersaw. He goes down, and now the open wounds Crystallize. There's a chase onto him as well. Crystallize falling low. Palantimos falls back as well. After the Dendi buyback, who throws to the chakra. Willing Death jumps to a couple of heroes. Blizzy takes the brunt of the damage. Activates the ultimate. Still has the cheese though. Either now the beautiful like split earth coming in from LeBron. Now there's gonna be a primal roll onto the Abaddon. Abaddon does go down. There's a Hex now onto Palantimos. Palantimos, the life stealer, loses his life. Slayer doesn't have the swap. They can't get the save out. But there is still an open wound as well as the rage. General getting turned upon right now by Palantimos. Palantimos gets onto the high ground. Dendi trying to get the chase going. Undershock, Lincoln Sphere will ensure that Dendi is unable to get the Hex or the Lincoln Sphere out, or the Yules out onto Undershock, and Undershock backs away. They took the tier 3, they forced some buybacks. Sure, they lose 2 heroes. Actually, only lose 1 hero, because the other hero was only the Aegis. And they force a buyback onto the Timbersaw, buyback on the Beastmaster, buyback on the Bane. You are A-okay with the situation if you are Vega Squadron. Zayak throws out the Meteor Hammer just to troll Dendi in the top lane. Has himself a Blink Dagger as well, so very mobile. Get himself in and out of trouble at his leisure. Now Navi starting to fall behind. Furthermore, 5k gold lead in favor of Vega Squadron. Experience is at 15,000. Jesus Christ. Wow, that's something. Bane is level 14, 39 minutes into this game. That is pretty sad right there. Crystallize still has yet to round level 20, which is also a huge problem. I think that Pulse Nova damage or even the evasion could be very useful in a game like this. He's dying a lot to the physical damage that Life is bringing to bear top lane, though they're gonna try go for Dendi. Dendi is nullified right now. But the Lotus Orb does protect him for a while. Palantimos. Oh, there will be a route to cancel out the Fiend's Grip that LeBron are trying to turn onto the Life Stealer. The Stomp from the General will miss. Slayer gets the swap back, protecting the life of Zayak. Zayak still alive. They get the kill onto the Bane Elemental. LeBron goes down. Lil 2 falls next to 4. Blizzy right on top of him with that Mist Coil. Way too much damage. A double kill will go the way of this Abaddon. And this AC, wow, whenever Blizzy pitches up to a fight,
is
The
under
team does
attack.
so much damage. The AC as well as the Solar Crest. Let's see how much damage they actually minus from that. Minus 10 armor from the Solar Crest, and then a minus 5 armor. So minus 15 armor whenever Blizzy shows up to kill somebody. And that's before the Lifestealer also participates by including his own Solar Crest as well. So it's very difficult. Bottom lane, Crystallize, no! He's gonna get caught out right now. There's a teleport from Undershock, they're coming in. BKB used by they're Crystallize and Leshrac, but Slayer doesn't even need to use the swap. They just right click him down. And there's no way for him to get out of dodge. And now maybe they want to try and go onto Dendy, Lotus Orb onto him. He misses the Timber Chain, gets silenced up right now. He's already used up the Lotus Orb as well. The Dream Coil will be there. She's still going out onto the GM Protector. They're putting the damage out onto Dendy. Dendy roots it up, taking damage instantly. Damage from the Solar Crest. Here's Palantimos and the Dagon hit from Undershock. Navi crumbling against this damage that Vega Squadron is bringing to bear. Undershock looks like he's not done. They've infested inside this puck. You want to try and get another pick off. Turn this
Radiant's
ideally
middle tower is under
into a
attack.
tier 3 tower push.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But they need to find the vision first. Undershock is still smoked up. They're putting
Radiant's
Blizzy
bottom tower
at
is
the
under
front lines
attack.
of this. He still has this cheese. So he can tank up all the damage. The swap right now. Crystallize getting caught on the roots. Coming in from the GM Protector. They've just burst down LeBron. They just take down Leshrac as well. Crystallize does not have buyback. He will not be available to help this defense. So this looks like Vega Squadron should be able to very comfortably claim the first lane of Rax in this game. Axe is now, the Axe as I discussed earlier is back now onto Undershock, which means that if they ever break the Dream Coil, especially if Crystallize the BKB active, guaranteed death. They're gonna get at least 2 lanes of Rax out of this. They could potentially even go for more. I actually think you can get Megas here. Vega can't be stopped. Now V does not at all have the damage to take this fight. It would be ridiculous to expect them to be able to. They're just gonna get Mega. Palantimos too big himself. The swap, Lil getting caught out right now. Dendy will be able to get the Hex out on, at least on the Slayer, but they've already lost Lil Hardy. Dendy gets caught with the Magic Missile. He gets brought down too. And that's gonna be a GG well played. Navi go down to Vega Squadron 1-0 in the first game of the GESC Thailand qualifiers of the CIS region. It is Vega Squadron. Not a result I could have predicted for you prior to the game beginning, but the result that we have at hand. Vega Squadron take the victory, bring down Navi, and we'll see in the next game if Navi can bring us back to 2-1 parity, or to 1-1 parity, or if we're going to have just a straight up sweep. But let's see something. I want to see how much damage Crystallize actually put on 2 buildings. Wow, this is nothing. He actually put out less damage than almost anybody on the side of Vega Squadron except Slayer's Vengeful Spirit. If you're playing Leshrac and you find out that the only hero you did more damage than on the enemy team is Avenge, on buildings you've got some problems. I think might be back to the drawing board for Navi. Give Crystallize a more carry orientated hero. I think it was just very strange for them this game. Their timings were off. It didn't feel like Crystallize was very comfortable on the hero. But we'll see in game number 2 if they can switch it up, if they've got something else under their sleeves. And even got a decently, or not decently, sorry, very late BKB. More than 10 minutes in between getting the Yule Scepter and getting the BKB. Not a sign of a game going well. So we'll see in game 2 if Navi can bring us back, or if Vega Squadron will grab the 2-0 sweep over one of the titans of the CIS region. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Snare bringing you these GSC Thailand qualifiers. Please like the channel, subscribe to it, buy some bits. Please support, you can hear how shitty this mic sounds. Help me get a better mic so that you don't have to listen to some chopper sounds. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, game 2, Vega Squadron versus Navi, coming in just a second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to game number 2 here in these GESC Thailand qualifiers for the CIS region. We have Vega Squadron versus Navi for a spot right now in the winner bracket final in this 4-man double elimination bracket. Only the winner goes through. So everybody else gets left behind, you know. So everybody really wants to make it through here. You really want to win. Make it as easy for yourself as possible to get through. Before we saw Team Spirit eliminating Team Empire, or rather knocking them down to the lower bracket in 2-1 fashion. And now Vega Squadron look like they're on the cusp of being the challengers for Team Spirit in the winners finals of this, having taken the first game against Navi, one of the titans of the CIS region. But Vega Squadron were not afraid. They took the game to them. They fought aggressively, and they ended up winning things out. So let's see if they can keep that ball still rolling. I'm Snare. Thanks for joining me, and we're going to be jumping into the draft of game number 2. Vega Squadron lead things off with the Avenger pattern. If it ain't broke, why fix it? They ban away the Razor, the Dark Willow, as well as the Sand King. Navi get themselves the Elder Titan as well. They also are going to remain their faith in Lil Hardy. And they ban away the Tiny, the Rubik, as well as the Triad Protector.
5 seconds remaining.
So as it stands right now, Navi obviously need to be the ones that adapt a little bit more than Vega did. Thus far they've gone for this. Okay, they now pick up the Lifestealer, taking it away from Palantimos. Palantimos did an amazing job on this. I think perhaps the idea for Navi picking this Lifestealer is that now you have a hero for Crystallize who's more self-sufficient and who's not going to be relying on the rest of his team perpetually throughout the rest of the game in order for him to have any impact whatsoever. So I like this. Also, it does mean that they have a way right now eventually to have mass damage. They saw what this hero can do once the Radiance and stuff comes out.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Navi they need this win very badly. I think not just in terms of being able to progress in the tournament, but primarily just for morale. It hasn't been the easiest road of late for Navi. Things haven't been, it hasn't been smooth sailing, let's just say that. So the fact that they can be here right now
Dire team ban.
hinges on them being able to turn it around mentally and do something different for the second game. Ban out the puck at the end of the day. Man, Undershock Puck was a revelation, really. That guy put in all the work for his team. Like, literally all of it.
10 seconds.
If there was work to be put in, he was there putting it in. What a guy. So at the end of the day, in all the work for his team. Like, literally all of it. Okay, now what I'm thinking about Navi, if there was work to be put in, he was there putting hero to... Oh wait, why am I echoing? That's why. Because I'm an idiot, sorry.
Dire team pick.
I think at this point, if you're Navi, one of the things that you want to be able to do is find better initiating heroes. Not something that was very easy for them the first go around. Now that there's this Viper available on the side of Vega, does also mean that whatever hero they put into the mid lane could experience a problem or two.
Remaining. 5 seconds
Given
remaining.
that, you know, if they want to play a little bit more aggressively, like with PLs or gyrocopters in the mid lane, might not go well if there's a Viper around. Oh, I should probably just sign out of my friends list, so that there's not just a bunch of people popping up in the top right hand corner, or people inviting me to play Dota. I think as well, one of the things that Vega Squadron can probably look towards doing with the 3 heroes that they've opened with, is grabbing this Tiny, not the Tiny, oh Tiny's bad, oh that's sad. Okay, never mind. I don't think this was tied for some reason, but no one ever picks tied nowadays. Navi should probably get Earth Spirit if they feel like LeBron can handle up that hero, or like a Disruptor or something. Maybe even a Kunkka, I don't know. They need some initiation though, because right now they have no way to start the fights, and the fact that they banned the puck as well means that won't be available for general. Beastmaster is still in the pool, but I don't really like Beastmaster versus Viper. Because if you get caught out with the Nether Toxin, like losing your thing in the middle of a team fight, losing the inner Beast Aura when you least expect it does really make a difference in terms of the damage output that you anticipate having when you go for kills. So Navi Very difficult decisions. Are they still in this game? Yeah. No one's DC'd or anything. They're really thinking about where to go with this next pick. 40 seconds left on the reserve time.
Radiant team.
I found it's never really a good sign when this happens. When a team is taking this long to make a decision about where to go next. They go for this DK. So sure, DK should be fine in the laning phase versus Viper. Viper has some kill potential, but not too much. And you can usually still get your farm as the DK, but as the game goes later, and Viper scales with damage as well as with Netatoxin, it's near impossible to play DK, especially now that there's Tusk in this game. Tusk Viper in the mid lane, DK is going to struggle. If he ever finds himself getting ice shotted, you're dead, because that's like a perfect code for the Netatoxin to affect you in its full efficacy. Efficacy. Why did I say efficacy? Efficacy. My language is really weird today. I don't know what's happening. Either way, Vega Squadron still a lot more aggressive with their heroes in this early portion of the game. Navi, what are they gonna do? They're burning still more into their reserve time. 25 seconds of it left for this fourth pick. They've already got the Dendi hero, it seems. So, and Crystallizer's hero. We still need someone for General to play. And LeBron needs a hero too. Unless they want to put this Dragon Knight into the offlane for General. And then get something a little bit more exotic for Dendi. Nope, General will play the Brewmaster. Dendi, the DK Crystallize looks like he'll be handling the Lifestealer. So these are 4 melee heroes that they picked on the side of Na'Vi versus Viper. If I'm Vega Squadron right now, I want to pick like Medusa as the last pick. Against all these melee heroes.
Dire team ban.
Where are they gonna go with this? They ban away the Maledict machine. Na'Vi at the very end of this still need a little bit. They still need ways to start fights because this Brewmaster by himself I don't think is enough.
5 seconds
Really isn't enough. Morphling's gonna be the final ban for Na'Vi. And maybe it's like support Brewmaster, but what are they gonna get now for LeBron? This is a very difficult last pick for Na'Vi to get. They only have 8 seconds of reserve time now. So very little time to make this final decision as to which hero is gonna round out their draft.
10 seconds remaining.
And actually put them all together. Also, Lifestealer Brewmaster is kind of an odd initiation combo as well. Given that Brewmaster doesn't have a stun, just a really major slow. They get Dazzle now for LeBron. So this can maybe help them extend their team fights.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Vega, how do you respond to Dazzle? So Dazzle did get buffed. Poison touch damage is a lot higher than it used to be. Hello, Harmonia, new person, hi. But poison touch damage is a lot higher than it used to be. So perhaps they want to try and use that aggressively in this laning phase. But he's the only range hero on their team. Vega now have a lot of options to pick their final carry. I think you can still probably go for the Gyro Cutter here. I don't see any issue with that hero. Perhaps you don't have that many stuns though, so you might need a stunner right now. On the side of Vega Squadron. What's it gonna be? Juggernauts. Jug, good versus Lifestealer. Decent-ish versus the Dragon Knight. Very good against Brewmaster. Decent against Dazzle. Okay versus Elder Titan. They only have 1 instant stun on the side of Na'Vi, and they only have 2 stuns in total. So Juggernauts, Palantimos is gonna have basically a free game. Actually, I will lay it out my cards on the table, guys. I'm gonna be very surprised in this game if 2 things happen. Firstly, I think Vega Squadron's draft is much better than Navi's draft in this game, and I also think that I'm gonna be very surprised if Palantimos dies more than 3 times this game. I think if he plays well, there's a potential for him to never die the entirety of this game, but I think he'll only die at best 3 times. I might be wrong. You know, I kind of want the game 3. I kind of want Na'Vi to win and take us through to another game. But at the same time, I can't deny the fact that this Vega draft just seems so good. And it's not even one of the best drafts I've seen overall. they still have a couple of problems, right? They don't have that many stuns on their lineup. They don't have the
Prepare
best
for
late
battle.
game scaling, and in their laning phase, they don't have the greatest amounts of possible aggression. Like Tusk needs to do a lot between him and Slayer. Many things need to happen if they want to dominate these lanes. But at the same time, they're very good against these Navi heroes. None of these heroes have an easy time dying. Palantimos has a spin to get himself out of trouble. There's a Photic Shield for Blizzy in the offlane. Undershock is Viper. Viper doesn't die. They still have save potential from Zayak on its Tusker, as well as having Slayer, who can eventually just swap people back. But even in the laning phase, Magic Missile can create the space for his team to run away because Na'Vi don't really have any stuns. They have a major slow on General's Brewmaster once he lays out that Thunderclap. Dazzle has no stun. LeBron will not really be able to contribute unless he has very high
30
levels into the
seconds
Poison
to
Touch,
battle.
which might be the plan for them maybe on the side of Na'Vi. Lil Hardy does have a stun, but you know, Echo Stomp is not a instant stun. You have to always be very careful about your positioning if you want to get the most out of that spell. Dandy has a stun, but needs an item before he can really make use of it well in teamfights. And even Lifestealer has absolutely no stun and Crystallize. Greater increased duration, or mana cost rather, of the open wounds makes it very difficult for him.
The battle begins.
Looks like it's a regular 2-2 rune trade. So good, people are gonna block things up. So now game getting underway. Vega Squadron already leading the series 1-0. Looking to find a 2-0 sweep over Na'Vi. Above and beyond simply allowing you to progress to the winner bracket final in the CIS qualifiers. The main thing about this, if you beat Na'Vi 2-0, it's just a momentum thing. You'll feel good. You'll be like, wait, we're beating Na'Vi 2-0, guys. Come on, we can take Team Spirit. We can do this thing. Crystallize is gonna get harassed in the top lane. Gonna be fun times. Oh, there's gonna be the ice shards preventing him from getting the walkout. He's already eaten his first tango, getting harassed by Zayak so heavily. Blizzy is now here as well with the Curse of Avernus. Crystallize went for Feast level 1. So he will not actually be able to use Rage to run away or maybe get the turnaround. Lil's gonna have to come to the top lane. Just give him some assistance, some help. If he's by himself, he's gonna just get ran over in the top lane. So Crystallize calling for aid, and aid is rendered unto him to keep him alive. Undershock right now, keeping things going in the mid lane. Like I said earlier, Dendi should be fine here. Have no issues. It's a DK. DKs don't lose lanes, so he'll be fine. Zayak's actually rotated mid. They're just gonna put some damage out onto Dendi. But Dendi should still, it's DK guys. As long as he has Breathe Fire and as long as he can build Soul Ring, this hero should be A-okay. Not gonna have any issues whatsoever. At the same time, Undershock should also have not that many problems farming. As well, bottom. Slayer gets brought down. LeBron does have Poison Touch in fact. They chase down the Vengeful Spirit. Get the first blood. General doing very well in his CS though so far versus Vega. Palantimos, I mean, it is what it is, right? You get thunder clapped every now and then, and soon enough General will be able to get a point into the Drunken Haze. So that's going to make life a little bit more difficult in this bottom lane for Palantimos. So he needs to enjoy his right clicking while he can. Get that Quentin blade as soon as humanly possible, before Palantimos is unable to do anything versus the booze sprayed in his face by this Brewmaster. A much better start for Na'Vi in this game. Laning phase wise, they've got the CS lead in all 3 of their lanes. Even their 2 supports have more CS than the enemy supports. So they've already got an actual 1000 gold lead at 2 minutes in. So this looks very good for them thus far. Zayak, Snowball, going through mid, Slayer right behind them. They're going to try and get this kill onto Dendi. The Nether Toxin is there, so Dragon's Blood is not going to be effective. And that was what I was talking about. If they ever get a good Snowball or Ice Shards, he's a dead man. Dendi getting brought down. Undershock very happy for that one. He was falling behind in CS, now catches up, as well as having an additional kill bounty towards his name, as he is the one that got the final right click. So good start for our Viper. And then we see these 2 supports heading back towards the bottom lane, see if they're gonna make a go onto General perhaps on this Brewmaster. At level 2 he actually went and got a point into the second Thunderclap. He's not bothering with the Drunken Haze. I guess he's thinking to himself that Palantimo's with how fast Juggernaut right clicks, you probably find your right click to CS on the creeps anyway. And if you're in trouble, you can just like spin out of it. And he might be thinking that there's more value for him having level 2 Thunderclap, which is a better farming tool for himself, rather than a way to stop Juggernaut's farm, which might not even succeed. Snowball comes out. Zayak's just stealing away the bounty rune. Been fairly impressed by how Vega's been moving around this map in the early games. Both games now, they actually started out at a small disadvantage CS-wise, and then just slowly but surely played very calmly. And we're able to turn that around. Bottom lane though, Palantimos is kind of struggling CS-wise. He's right now 13-1. First to our lifestealer, crystallizing the top lane, 27-9 on our Nikes. So this guy, he wants to play the similar style as we saw in game 1. Storm mid, again they get the kill onto Dendy. Undershock will die, Low will be able to at least get the revenge kill onto the big bad Viper. So there's gonna be a trade-off here in the mid lane. I think any trade where you get the DK kill first is a good one because it denies the DK access to experience. Right now, look at him. Undershock's almost level 5, Dendy just halfway, so we have a small experience advantage thus far, going in the direction of our Viper. Kind of what you need here, because you need as many points into Nanotoxin as well as Corrosive Skin as possible when you're playing up against Viper. I think that 3 points into Poison Attack is probably enough for now. Top lane, Crystallized, diving underneath the tier 1 tower. Blizzy can do nothing about this. We saw a similar situation last game where he had to contend with Dendy diving in tier 1 with Timbersaw. Now he's actually getting gone on. The open wound is on him. Can he get off the Euphoric Shield? Yes, he does. At the very last moment, Slayer now comes in with the magic missile. They want to get the damage out onto the Lifestealer. But Crystallize doesn't actually fall too low. Not very sad about that. Mid lane though, they're fighting right now. They want to try and bring down Undershock. We do have Dendy being healed up with the Shallow Grave as well as the Shadow Wave. Zayak now falling low as well. Low wants to try and find him. One more right click from LeBron is all they need. But they do not get the vision. Yes, they do with the spirits in the trees. Allows LeBron to get the grab, getting himself another kill. They bring down Viper as well as Tusk, and they save the life of Dendy, who with Lil right at toe will go directly towards the shrine. And that'll heal them back to full. Very nice by LeBron, sticking around, making sure that he's not in a bad position. Bottom lane though, General being spun on right now by the Juggernaut. A lot of damage coming out. There will be a split coming in from the Brewbot side. Now they know that the Juggernaut's committed his spin, so they're going to try and put as much damage onto him as possible. Gets tossed up by the Storm Panda. He's trying to get himself into the trees. Can he get himself out? He has already committed the healing ward. It's been destroyed by these pandas. The pandas are being taken out by the tier 1 tower. Palantimos is trying to juke, trying to jive, will not succeed in doing so. He dies. And now V heading back. General 3k gold lead for his team 7 minutes into this game. Man, Navi is like a freight train right now. It is rolling over Vega Squadron. Complete opposite of what we saw in the first game. Palantimos really not able to get any farm going for himself. Looks like this max out Thunderclap from General has been working, because he knows that Thunderclap easier to cast than the spin. Oh my god. The killer mid. Oh my god, LeBron. What level of poison touch does he have? Still not the first level, 3 points Shadow Wave, but either way they find a kill. Top lane Crystallized. Might want to dive Blizzy, but Blizzy has a Euphoric Shield. So it's becoming a bit of a problem for Vega Squadron.
Middle tower is under attack.
Falling mightily behind CS-wise, 51-13 on our Lifestealer, followed by 36-9 on General, 30-8 for the DK. Respectively the cores for Vega. 26-11 for Viper, 23-1 for Jug, 22-2 for Abaddon. This Jug especially is falling very far behind. Actually might die here. Dendy looking for him. If he can get the vision off, you're going to be able to find him with the Dragon Tail stun. Looking to try and get rid of the healing ward. The healing ward will get found out right now by Dendy. Thunderclap will be there as well. Palantimos gets caught by the breeze fire from Dendy. It is enough to secure the kill. Slayer gonna get caught up by the Echo Stomp as well. On the high ground, just create space for them to come closer onto him. At the same time though, a rotation from the Abaddon. Oh, TP gets cancelled out in the top lane. Blizzy will not be able to render assistance onto this. But Lil just backs away. Erstwhile General just takes the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane. And now V, 5k gold lead At 8.5 minutes. Are you kidding me? This team is so far ahead right now. And Navi not allowing Vega Squadron any rest anywhere across the map. Just applying this pressure constantly onto them. Palantimos is now bottom 3 net worth on his Juggernaut after that death in the bottom lane. So it's gonna be a uphill climb for him to come back into this game. He's building power treads right now, which usually I see this when I expect them to build a Battle Fury on the Jug, for them to go for power treads. But otherwise you just see phase boots as usual. But General's just going directly into Palantimos, and with this third point in the Drunken Brawler, he knows that he can just go right click Palantimos and it does way too much damage for Jug to be comfortable with at this point in the game. Now Vega, we see them just trying to continue to get back into the game. Blizzy looking for more levels. He's level 7 right now. Ideally on your zero, you want to get as close to level 10 as possible, so you can get that XP gain talent, unless you want to go for the movement speed this game, which I doubt though. 25 versus 20% XP, I think you get the XP. It feels pretty good. Lil is gonna get himself an Invis rune. A scan catches Crystallize, so they know where he's at. But I think the Spirit's trailing behind Lil probably gives away too much information. This observer ward that was in between these two towers will scout out that Blizzy. Well, it dies just as Blizzy's heading back to base, so it's not going to provide them any information to try and win the fight. But General is heading mid. Him and LeBron, they're going to get the Echo Stop out onto the Viper. Viper falling very low. There's going to be a Dragon to the Sea Dragon as well. Take the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. They maybe want to try and find a kill onto Slayer, but Slayer too speedy for them. Will just get himself away. Drag the creep wave towards him though, but it will not matter towards Navi. They'll grab the tier 1 tower, increase their lead to 8,000 gold at the 11-minute mark. About 5,000 experience. Like Lifestealer's level 10. Whilst Juggernaut's level 7. Tusk level 5. Man, this game is all Navi all the way. We're gonna see Crystallize finish this Radiance at about the 15-minute mark, maybe even sooner at this pace. But everything is coming up aces for Navi right now. It doesn't feel like they can do too much. Vega Squadron are gonna try and maybe make a go onto General in the bottom lane, Magic Missile onto him. But they don't have Tusk nearby to close the gap with the Snowball. Otherwise, there's too much movement that Palantimos needs to make with this Omni. With this Juggernaut to get in range of the Omni Slash. Oh no, General got himself a Blink Dagger right now. He does end up revealing it. Maybe they're gonna go onto Slayer. Snowball coming out opposite direction. They wanna try and get the kill onto General. General gets off the 3-man Thunderclap but does die. Undershock with the Nether Toxin underneath the Ice Shot. They easily get that grab. Bringing down General. Major kill for Undershock to grab. Get some decent gold towards himself. And this will lead towards the tier 1 tower being pushed out as well. In the top lane, Blizzy will ensure that Crystallize cannot run directly underneath his tier 1, but he has help. Dendi showing up right now, wants to make use of his ultimate. And they're gonna go onto this tier 1 tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Open moves onto Blizzy. I don't think they take this fight though. They did use the weave coming in from LeBron, ultimate used up by Blizzy. The Infest is available, or the Infest bomb. They're gonna wait for the snowballs to come out first. The snowball does finish. There's gonna be the Infest that comes out, and they're gonna toss them up. Crystallize in the air, swap back as well. They're gonna try and take this fight. General jumps in on the ultimate. They're gonna try and send out to Undershock. Undershock being stunned up right now by Dendi. Dragon Tail stun will put him in a very precarious situation. He dies right next to Crystallize. Crystallize looking towards Blizzy. Blizzy, Ice Shot, protective. Zayak trying to keep him alive, but they get the kill onto the Vengeful Spirit on the far side of the fight. Zayak heading north, Blizzy heading south. So only the 2 heroes grabbed up by Navi, as well as the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Yet all of this ends with Navi extending their lead further towards 9k, almost a 10k gold lead. 3 to 12 is the kill score. Experience in their favor, still about 5k, not that much for it. But this is crazy. And I don't know why people don't want to chat while they're watching me. Maybe my voice like puts them all to sleep. I don't know. You're asking questions beyond my scope, my friend. Bottom lane, Palantimos forces his TP away again. He's still trying to finish off at least a Demon Edge so he can get the Battle Fury. He's gonna have Demon Edge after Lifestealer has Radiance and maybe it's like halfway towards the full medallion. Which is crazy how hard you were shut down. So it looks like the carry of this particular set of matches is going to be this Lifestealer. Mid lane though, they're going to try and make this grab with Dendi. Dendi never talks enough. There will be a shallow grave there to keep him alive for some time. And the weave came out as well. Snowball onto him, LeBron. Not going to be able to keep the save onto Dendi though. No, he is actually, because there's an Abaddon nearby. They actually don't have enough damage to break down Dendi. These constant heals from LeBron are way too much. This Dazzle keeping his DK in the mid lane alive. The weave providing more armor than Dendi could ever need. That's kind of an interesting interaction with this Dazzle. The fact that they have him, now that I think about it, when you put weave out onto the DK, sure, when you get caught in the Nether Toxin, it disables the Dragon's Blood, but does nothing towards the weave. The weave still gives you that bonus armor, so you still stay just as tanky as a Juggernaut. Oh yeah, that was me, man. I did definitely say, hey, he's only died twice. He hasn't died a third time yet. General now getting caught out in the mid lane. They're going to try and get the kill onto him. Shallow Grave coming up for him as well. Palantimos looking to try and get off the Omni Slash. Palantimos going to have to try and TP back home. There's way too much damage here. Dendi right now comboed up with the rest of his team. They did commit the DK ultimate as well as the Brewmaster split. They've only lost Slayer thus far. Looks like they're going to lose Blizzy next. Woo! Damn! Alright, he got eviscerated in the mid lane. But I don't, like, after that, so they eviscerate him, they destroy him, they kill him. But they did use all their options. They're going to have to turn this into a Roche attempt right now. The Tusk understands what's happening. Vega Squadron recognize that giving this away might be tantamount to suicide, but I'm not entirely sure you can take this fight. They've just popped the weave as well, defensively. Yeah, I think you give this up if you're the side of Vega Squadron. This is a very difficult fight to get involved in. The Ice Shards will come through. Roche is still alive. They're moving forward. Slayer getting the swap back into the Roche outfit. Crystalline. There will be an Omni Slash, but Palantimos might put himself in trouble. Tuskar gets brought down already. Slayer dies as well underneath the Earth Splitter. Now the Crystalline will be able to take away the Aegis of the Immortal. Palantimos does finally get brought down. Dendi with the kill and the grab onto him. They will be able to pop the Aegis, and now they get the kill onto Blizzy too. The lone survivor will be under shock on his Viper. And the third death on Juggernaut, he cannot die again, otherwise my reputation is in tatters. But Na'Vi take the successful fight. They do lose one hero, and they pop the Aegis on themselves. Still a good fight. For Vega, I mean, because they took away the Aegis of the Immortal. I think even though they're so behind, given how bad how bad the situation is right now for Vega Squadron, even taking an uneven fight like that, if it means killing Dendi as well as taking away the Aegis, you count that as a net win on the side of Vega Squadron. Unfortunately, Palantimos did die, so that further increases the amount of time he has to spend farming to try and get himself this Battle Fury.
Dire's middle tower
Looks like now Veep. Vega just not really prepared to deal with this. This early game, whilst we were rotating around both Slayer and Zayak, in the bottom lane, Palantimos was getting crushed by General. Now General's helped facilitate the rest of his team. General just blinks himself away. They've now got 4 heroes on Na'Vi in the top 4 net worth. It's only Juggernaut at the lowly 5th position in this game, maybe to try and provide some hope. Undershock doesn't have any items. 18 minutes into this game, we have no items on the side of Vega Squadron. Undershock trying to build himself a 4-star. We see Blizzy has a Hammer the Dominator, but that's literally about it. Nothing else is available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
At the very least, Palantimos will very soon have... Oh wow, okay. At the very least, he'll have Battle Fury soon. Ish. Soon-ish. Soon-ish is relative, right? Maybe 22 minutes? 21. Already Lifestealer is about to have himself the full solar crest. Mid lane though, Palantimos is gonna die unless he gets out right now. Will he succeed? No, he's not. He's gonna die. Oh wow, 65 HP. Oh my god. But they're gonna lose a tier 2 tower regardless. General jumps in, gets off the Thunderstruck onto Undershock. Lol. And tier 2 tower should fall. They're actually gonna TP away. Denny doesn't want to be fully involved in this. He's heading top to ensure that Blizzy can't just motor down this lane. Primal Stun will be ensured. General uses it. They're gonna try and turn out to Slayer so it's not a waste. Snowball will be there to save them somewhat. The Earth Splitter does come out. Is it gonna connect with anybody? No. They're going all the way for LeBron. The Slayer is still alive, does eventually lose his life. Zayak falling low. Aura Punch will have come out. No, not onto anybody. Already got a double kill. Lil chasing forward. They're gonna get a spin out for Lantimos. Crystallized inside his rage form. Chasing after Undershock. Hasn't done that much damage as of yet though. Lantimos does have level 2 Omni Slash. Doesn't want to use it right next to his feet though. And now will they can turn this around. There's the GG Slash. Palantimos wants to get this kill. Unfortunately, the shallow grave from LeBron preventing them from making that go happen whatsoever. They get the kill eventually onto General. Thanks to the Aphotic Shield bursting out. And that actually might kill Blizzy. Wow. He had a Aphotic Shield going for himself, was feeling good. But they're not done just yet. Undershock wants to try and find somebody. Has his ultimate, has that poison strike. Lil trying to TP himself away. Would he get out? There will be a wall response to prevent him, and now Undershock will just go directly onto the front. Lay into him with these right clicks and the poison attacks. And they should be able to find both kills. So they get the supports as well as picking up General. At the same time though, Navi was able to find themselves a tier 2 tower in the mid lane. So it's a 3-for-1 trade, or 3-for-3 in fact. Both supports did down Vega earlier on. Does benefit Vega Squadron at the end of the day. But yeah, the primary issue is that it doesn't matter if you're getting this gold if you're still losing out on structures. If the fight goes well for you, sweet, but you have no more tier 2s left up against this drop that Navi has going for themselves. Especially now that Dendi has himself this Blink Dagger. Once he's in Dragon Tail form, Blink Stun, basically solo kill anybody. Well, he probably can't do Tusk though. Tusk has Snowball, so he can keep himself alive. And at bottom, General, Thunderclap onto Palantimos. Palantimos should just get TP, doesn't have spin for 17 seconds. Uh-oh. Magic Missile Stun, Slayer. Creating space onto Crystallize. Will he get out? Yeah, he will. How does this guy still not have Battle Fury? What is happening right now? This is so strange given how well his first game went. Even like Blizzy has to be asking himself what the hell happened. In game 1 he had the Solar Crest as well as Helm of the Dominator. At around the 16-17 minutes mark he had both items. Now struggle is so real, man. Still also trying to round the corner towards having level 15. 18,000 gold, 10,000 experience. Yeah, things are not easy right now. They're gonna try smoke up and make a play. Battle Fury finally does arrive for our Juggernaut. He's gonna actually move back towards bottom. Unfortunately, the TP out from Lifestealer, who has linked up with his team as they smoke themselves. Navi also wanna try and find a play of their own. They're heading out towards the top side of this map. Crystallize hasn't been spotted yet. It looks like ships in the night will occur here, but there's definitely benefits Navi as they get to claim the tier 2 tower in the top lane for their efforts. So sure, you don't get a kill out of this, but you get something possibly better, right? Bringing down this tier 2 tower. Now here we go, top lane, Crystallize going on to our Abaddon very early on. Toxin down onto the floor, Dendi getting the stun out, and they're gonna try and get this kill onto Abaddon. Abaddon, Aphotic Shield onto him, should actually be able to keep him alive for a little bit longer. He's right now very far back. General has used the ultimate, the spin going in the opposite direction from Palantimos. They've already used the infest as well as the rage. Both Pandas have died except for the Earth one. They've claimed the tier 3 tower from the Vega Squadron lineup, but haven't actually been able to find a kill. But that's all they wanted really. They didn't really care about kills. Get the tier 3s, open some shrines for you. Next Roche, that much easier. And Roche might be respawning in about a minute.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And Vega Squadron, 21,000 gold now. They've at least managed to stabilize the experience gain. I think that has a lot to do with the 20 experience gain talent for Blizzy. probably does the most explaining. And this 3-man smoke, I'm not sure it's going to achieve anything. Bottom lane, Dendi, really tanky. Very difficult to bring down. If Viper's not here, okay, Undershock has just hit. I don't think he gets this kill without Viper. Snowball going towards him. They want to try catch him out somewhere. Zayak, they get off the start. The Drug Soul Summoner coming in from our Baron using that Helm of the Dominator. They toss him up with the Walrus Punch. The Omni Slash will be there. Dendi falling low. There's a spin as well. LeBron is not nearby. They get the Nethertox down onto the floor. They do finally get the grab onto Dendi. They've killed two though on the side of Na'Vi and they're fighting for more. Palantimos has died. It's a sports for my reputation is untalented. They're trying to get this kill onto the low Elder Titan as well, and they do succeed in doing so. Undershock pops the Aphotic Shield onto him. Blizzy trying to TP away. Will he succeed in doing so? Yes, he will. As well as Undershock, he's right behind this tier 1 tower in the mid lane, in the bottom lane, excuse me. General juking, looking for him, finds him, got him. 4-star forward, not going to be enough to save your life, my friend. 4 heroes will die. The only survivor will be Blizzy. And you don't get, but still look, I can't believe this. They lose a fight that hard and still get a gold exchange positive. What the hell is this? This is so ridiculous. But now V so far ahead right now. I feel like they could do whatever they wanted. General is rounding the corner towards having Aghanim Scepter. And he's gonna be level 20 and level 25 eventually. When it gets to 25, yeah. Basically permanent split with a myriad of abilities. Rosh is not yet up. Gonna respawn in 90 seconds. So they can't transition that into the Aegis cheese just yet. Palantimo is still trying to get back into this game. Trying to build SNY right now. But it's not going well. It's not going well. He has almost enough money for a Yasha, but this is 25 minutes in. Even this Elder Titan soaring above this Juggernaut. Has a full silver edge on Lil Hardy's ET. Are you kidding me? What is this? Silver Edge Elder Titan. Now I've seen it all, guys. So this does mean that Corrosive Skin not gonna protect Undershock. Curse of Avernus will not be available for this Abaddon, and above and beyond that, he won't have the automatic cost of the borrowed time. He'll actually have to manually trigger it if he starts falling low. So if he gets stun locked, he can still die if the Silver Edge is made use of. So this item build from low is going to make a huge difference in this game. Now V looks like they're feeling pretty ashamed about game 1 and they came to play game number 2. But I think the main difference for me is that Crystallize is on a hero that can actually play Dota. The Leshrac pick didn't really seem like it was going to work out, and it ended up not working out. But this game, much more stock standard. Lil with the Silver Edge does not get caught. The rest of Vega will be able to claim this tier 1 tower. Wow! Lil, wow! Just solo kills Palantimos. And in the mid lane as well, there's going to be a buyback from the Jug because they're going on the rest of his team. They use the damage onto the Abaddon. They've gotten that kill. Palantimos comes in right now. Snowball flying through. Now they look to find this Omni Slash onto Crystallize, and they will succeed in doing so with the Magic Missile Stun. They need to try to swap him back, and they succeed in doing so. Put him back inside the base, but he's just turning it man fighting. Here comes Lil as well. The Earthsplitter has flying out. Palantimos has fought back, so he cannot afford to lose his life once again. Nether Toxin is down. Wave of Terror flies out. General falling low. Basically everyone on the side of Na'Vi up to full HP. LeBron working overtime with these heals. And this tier 3 tower looks in danger of falling as well. Blink forward from Dendi. They want to get the grab on the player. They succeed in doing so. They trigger the negative vengeance or illusion. But they demolish that fight. Zayak now turning. They want to try and maybe find something on the Crystallize. But the damage is just too damn high from Na'Vi. General jumping forward at that massive thunderclap. And now Dendi as well. Getting involved with Crystallize. They're running forward. The Radiance burn. Getting Crystallize a double kill. The Shadow Wave damage is too damn high as well. And Vega Squadron throw in the towel. 32,000 gold behind 20,000 experience. And they just get team wiped inside their base. After dieback after dieback. And GG, well played. Na'Vi come back in game number 2. Showed me that I was just talking shit. What an amazing game from the get-go. They were like, alright guys, we know what to do. We actually know what to do. From the jump. Wow, that was incredible to watch, honestly. Look at the Crystallize. 0 deaths for him. I mean, someone didn't die, just wasn't the hero I thought wouldn't die. But yeah, crystallized 0 deaths, 5, 0 and 17 on this lifestealer. 26,000 damage dealt, 620 GPM. By far for me, MVP of this game was crystallized. He put in all the work. Lil as well did amazingly. Dendi did well. Actually, the whole team just played very well as a cohesive unit. So now, game number 3, we will see whether or not Na'Vi can take it to Vega Squadron and move into the upper bracket final, or if this was just a bump in the road for Vega Squadron and they actually end up turning this around. So as I go back, as we wait for the next game, ladies and gentlemen, go have some coffee, have some water, go have a bathroom break, and think about, and I'm going to go to the corner and think about how terrible I am for calling the fact that Jug was never going to die this game. I mean, if there's something, he only got 3 assists and got less than 3 kills, so you know, if you just literally make the exact sentence I made, if you make the entire opposite of that, then I'm 100% correct. So, see you guys in just a moment. Like and follow to the channel, buy some bits, buy a subscription. We'll be back. Game number 3, Na'Vi versus Vega Squadron here in the GESC Thailand qualifiers. Don't go anywhere. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 3, the final one, the end of the road between Navi and Vega Squadron here in the GESC Thailand CIS regional qualifiers. We are in the upper bracket. The winner of this particular matchup will go on to face Team Spirit to decide who will be heading on to our grand finals and be one of the teams that will be competing at the very end of the road to get to the major. It's a minor actually. No, is it a minor or a major? I think it's a minor. The Thailand minor, yeah, it is a minor. So, game 1, Vega Squadron was able to take it to Navi, made them look like they weren't really a team worth taking seriously. Game 2, Navi turned up the heat and proved me to be spectacularly wrong, and have now gifted us with a third game, in which we will see exactly in which way these teams will actually resolve this. Vega Squadron lead things off, they ban out the Lil Elder Titan. They take out Razor, they take out the Omni Knight. Navi ban away Zayax Tree, the Tiny, as well as the Rubik, and Navi now go for the Lifestealer Bane combo. They led with this in the first game, or having Bane in the opening 2. And it seems like having Crystallized on Lifestealer was a revelation for them after the last game, so no reason to not play with this hero right now. Vega Squadron, they have the Dank Willow as their first pick. What are they going to follow this with? They go DP Dark Willow. This is actually a lot of damage that they have. They have physical damage here. They've got some pure damage going for the team. I think this hero can work some magic for these Navi heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
Or for these Vega heroes. One thing I also really like about Dank Willow is if you can land out the Terrorize before Lifestealer is able to get Rage off, it does create a lot of space between you and the team as Lifestealer, so you can't actually catch up, right click these heroes down. So if somebody's falling low on the side of Vega Squadron, Dark Willow can just use the Terrorize, turn around, set people back and say, get back. Leave my man alone. Lifestealer now. He still needs a vehicle for the rest of this game. Something for Lil. Actually, didn't seem to need it last game. Actually, just played run at you, Lifestealer, man. Farm like a champion and just was standing still, saying, "Yo, you guys can come at me and see what happens." I think LeBron's actually been doing. He's been doing really well. Like the recent slump-ish that Navi's been undergoing, it's kind of weird. But at especially at the very beginning, when Lil first arrived with LeBron, you could immediately see that this guy has a lot of potential and is maybe a worthy successor to the support mantle that became synonymous with Suneko in these last couple of years on Navi. Yeah, I think LeBron's been doing well. That last game he was actually incredible. That was one of the best dazzles I've seen in a while. That was on some like Fly Dazzle level performance.
Radiant team pick.
And Fly Dazzle is the shit. Navi banned out the Abaddon, they've banned out the Viper as well. Vega Squadron remove Ancient Apparition as well as the Beastmaster. Obviously you need to ban AA when you're playing Death Prophet. It's really difficult to play against. Maybe they want Witch Doctor as well as an additional heal as a reason for banning out the Ancient Apparition. I think Chen, you can still happily pick Chen, yeah. Oh, Pugna from Navi. Is this General Pugna or Dandy Pugna? That's the question. I'm not sure if Navi themselves know where this Pugna goes as of yet. They've just picked it. They're probably going to decide to pick Pugna and then they're going to pick one more mobile hero and they'll decide who plays the mobile hero between Dandy and General.
5 seconds remaining.
Because Pugna is fairly static. They could still go for DK even. And then the two of them link up as a pushing duo. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. The DK Pugna combo. Vega go for Naga. This could actually work out. If you have Naga this game, if Lifestealer happens to rage before the sleep, then you've basically just isolated Lifestealer. And you can hopefully kill him in a very short period of time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Not much kill potential thus far in the early game for Vega just yet though. I mean, you've got the Ensnare, you've got Bramble Maze. You know, the Curse Crown can help out as well, but they don't actually have that much damage. Maybe they'll kill Pugna once or twice. But this Death Ward, the ward is going to be very annoying. From Pugna. That Nether Ward, man. Once it's down, you just, as DP, as Dank Widow actually, you feel so bad. Because you just have spells. You have no passives whatsoever.
Dire team pick.
Now, going for the Nyx Assassin as their 4th pick. So I think that's the general hero, then Pugna will be played by Dendi. Unless Low wants to play Nyx Assassin. We'll see what they do at the very end of this with their 5th pick. Vega.
10 seconds
Where
remaining.
do you go next? I think, I'm not sure I actually like Disruptor
5
on the side of
seconds
Navi
remaining.
either. I mean, Navi does need, I think Navi is a bit too committed right now for this pick-off team fight, or this pick-off / ganking type lineup, and turning it into push. I think this is probably Nyx Assassin for Lil. Yeah, I think this is Lil Nyx. Because you want General on a hero that can also scale, because General is that kind of player. You don't want it just on a hero that is there just for the purpose of ganking, that can't do anything with his downtime.
Radiant team back.
Oh, Vega gets the brood. Navi's getting brooded. And this is a really good game for brood. Like, they can die in this game as brood mother. If you get Fiend's Grip and or Nyx Assassin is right on top of you with the Impale, they can perhaps kill you, but this is not a fun game to be playing if you're, like, let's say you're Bane in this game, right? And you see this Brood. If Brood is on top of you as Bane, it's too late. You're gonna try Nightmare to save yourself, and Brood is gonna be like, dude, there's like a ton of spiderlings around you. What are you doing? Where is this going? Lifesteal doesn't have the easiest time actually dealing with Broodmother. Broodmother is one of those heroes that can actually become not very tanky, but fairly difficult to bring down fast. And Lifesteal is one of those heroes that prefers to be able to burst people down without them being able to turn around and fight back. So this Brood could be the X factor that Vega Squadron needed. Visage is the final ban. Yo, Visage with Brood on the same team, that would have just been torture for these supports. Perhaps Visage might have been better than Brood. The familiar drops, you can cancel out 2 separate channeling abilities in this game. The Pugna Life Drain as well as Bane Elemental's Fiend's Grip. So perhaps that could have been a way for them to go rather. But either way, what they mostly need is something new to do. Like Navi needs to be able to... Navi have definitely adapted, especially going for this first pick Lifestealer. They know what's going on here. Vega is trying to decide where this Nyx is going, whether or not this is Lil Hardy Nyx or if it's General Nyx. And their ban is most likely going to reflect where they... If they think it's Lil Hardy Nyx, they're going to ban a General hero, and vice versa. Maybe Batrider would be very annoying to play here if I'm Vega, because it's another vehicle for the Lifestealer. Kind of decent versus Brood, because you can clean up all the Spiderlings with Firefly as well as Napalm stacks. And Lasso is very good against both DP and Brood. And there's not that many ways for Vega to counter it beyond the Song of the Siren. And Batrider is decent in lane up against these Vega supports right now. It's hard for Dark Willow and Nagasayan to definitively kill Batrider more than like several times. Troll is going to be the final ban from Vega. Alright, they're going to pick Luna for the safe lane. So Palantimos is going to have the Moonrider. I mean, limited hero pool, sure, but you know, the guy just started as a pro player. I mean, come on guys, let's not forget, Admiral Bulldog won an entire TI playing 3 heroes. Limited hero pool is not always the biggest problem. Super came third at TI with like 3 heroes as well. Super once came second at TI with 3 heroes. Death Prophet, Razor, and Viper, I think he was playing at TI 4. Yeah. And then this last TI it was Death Prophet, DK, and Viper, so... And Razor, so 4 heroes super played. Navi now, need that final grab. Just get Batra. Like, Batra is also okay in lane versus Luna. Where is this gonna be? Oh, Magnus!
Now select your
Oh
heroes.
shit! Oh shit! Dandy Magnus! Dandy Magnus! Oh snap, guys. Alright. Alright. So here's the thing about Magnus, right? The thing I really like, and I think that I find very interesting. So firstly, Magnus in this game is going to give Crystallize even more damage. Once you get the Empower going, and you have Radiant, you farm exceptionally fast. The Magnus is also really good up against the Broodmother in lane, if they are laning this Brood in the mid lane, or wherever they're putting this Brood, because you have the Shockwave to clear out these early points of the early level spiders that the
10
Broodmother can put out.
seconds remaining.
As well as a game like this, you have access to
5
RP.
seconds remaining.
You can bring some of these heroes that like to sit at the far side of the fight. RP them, bring them closer towards where Crystallize and General is. It's another vehicle for the Lifestealer. Oh, this is great. This is great. Oh, definitely. Roger was a major loss for Navi. So it was, yeah, very difficult to try and approach that level. Yeah, GH is the best. You guys missed this. Another player missing in that list. Yapzo as well. Yeah, Yapzo. Somebody, thank you for mentioning Yapzo. Yapzo, GH, and Roger. Those are the top 3 position 4 heroes, players rather, in the game right now. Here we go. Finally.
Prepare for battle.
I mean, DJ is great, right? DJ is amazing. But he's not. I don't think he's as good as Roger, GH, and Yapzo consistently. Because I think the thing with players like Kaka as well. Players like Kaka, as well as DJ, they're amazing, they're incredible, but they're not necessarily consistent. And however, your GHs, Roger, Yapzo, every game, you know, game in, game out, they're definitely gonna be doing amazing things. And I think right now, at this level of Dota that people are playing, because so many people are so good, it probably matters more to be a consistent player than it does to be necessarily amazing. But you can be amazing, but not necessarily do that consistently. So it helps to just go week in, week out, and dominate the game.
To battle.
Oh yes, Chicano. I am a black person, but if you say that again, I'm probably gonna ban you from the chat, bro. Just letting you know. Don't say that shit. Yeah, GH. I think the thing with GH is just Liquid in general has been on a slump for a while. But Roger and Yapzo, my god, guys, Yapzo, what a player. The Vega Squadron is gonna pick up a couple of roots. Looks like it's gonna be just straight up trade. 2 for 2. Oh, thanks, fam. I really appreciate that. Alright, so game is now underway. We are in the final game. Game number 3. This is the CIS qualifiers. Winner of this will go forward to challenge Team Secret for a spot in the grand finals of this closed portion of the qualifier. Whereas the loser will drop down to the loser bracket to face up against Team Empire to keep themselves in the contention of this tournament. Navi, riding the momentum thus far, they're playing on the Radiant side, having won game 2 in decisive fashion, looking to make a similar goal happen in game number 3. General is going to be playing this Pugner here in the bottom lane, LeBron, supporting him on the Bane Elemental that he played in game 1. Towards the mid lane, we do see Lil Hottie on this Nyx Assassin. He's going to be on the support. We have Crystallize on the Nyx Lifestealer farming up against Undershot here. Last but not least, towards the top lane, Dendi, plus. He is playing right now on the Magnus. And on the other side of the map, we have the Vega Squadron heroes, Blizzy, playing in the top lane on his Broodmother. Towards mid, we have Undershot playing on the Death Prophet. Here in the bottom lane, we have the Luna, being farmed up by Pelantimos. This game, Slayer is on the Dankwillow. And last but not least, Zayak is on the darker side. Yeah, for now, max quality available is only 480. I had it on 720 earlier on, but someone was complaining about some drops and stuff, so and some frame rate shearing. So I just did this, make it easier for everyone. Make sure that everyone gets loaded. Curse Crown will trigger onto General. Will they be able to follow the damage out onto him though? Palantimos goes in, the Bramble Maze will be down as well, he gets rooted out, General should be the first one. Palantimos gets the kill. Now they want to turn their attention towards LeBron, the net will be there. Lucid Beam creates the space, double kill for the Luna. Woo! Nicely done, Palantimos getting himself on the board in decisive fashion. No, there's no chance of Rezo on Crystallize, on Navi, because Crystallize is too good. Undershock right now in the mid lane is actually falling behind this Nyx. So this Lifestealer with the aid of Lil's Nyx Assassin with the Mana Burn, been able to get a lot of farm going here. Bottom lane again, we're fighting once more. Curse Crown's gonna trigger onto LeBron. He's been Riptided. Curse Crown will connect onto him, but oh, the Riptide or the Nightmare will bounce off thanks to Zayak getting in a right click a little bit too soon. So as a result, Navi will keep their heroes alive. They're still leading CS-wise as we saw in the previous games. It's gonna be really up to Vega to try and change that, especially in the top lane. I think Blizzy, they need to do a lot with this Broodmother pick to justify the pick. And right now, Genji's actually doing very well against it. He's put 2 points into both the Skewer as well as Empower, so Shockwave rather, as well as Empower, so he always has ways to clear out these spider links. He's actually giving a lot of CS over onto Dendi. Dendi has 19 and 5. A lot of these have to be spiders. Hello, Sebotech. Welcome to some Dota 2. Oh, they might actually kill Blizzy. Blizzy's gonna die here. He's been impaled right now. Dendi right next to him. Shockwave onto him. Blizzy's gonna run into the trees. Doesn't have a salve though. Just ate the last tango. Not having the best of times here in the top lane. Dendi's having a much better go of this. Level 5 in fact, outstripping him by an entire level.
Top tower is under attack.
And to make it worse, he's actually the #1 farmer on the side of Vega Squadron. Palantimos at bottom, even though he got that earlier double kill. They're really struggling to deal with General. Thus far, General with these blasts, been able to find all the farm he wants in the world. Palantimos, this creep wave too close to the tier 1 tower. None of his heroes in this tri lane have been trying to drag back the creep wave for him. Mid lane, here comes Bill. They're gonna try going to Undershock. Undershock impaled up. Crystallize goes into the open wood. Gonna try and find this kill. There will be a Spirit Siphon from the DP to try and keep herself alive. Trying to turn onto low Hardy. Bill falling low, but now Crystallize could maybe have thought about diving underneath the tier 1 tower. Thinks better of it. Good enough job that they got Undershock so low. Might force him to move back to the shrine. As well, bottom. Vega Squadron finally make a play. They get LeBron right underneath the tier 1 tower. Zayak picks up the kill on that. Pugner nowhere nearby. He TB'd out to safety. And he's walking back now into the lane itself. So what do you guys actually think of Dark Willow as a hero? Somebody asked earlier in chat about Pangolier. Pangolier is a bit strong I think, but I also think not that many people play him well enough to justify it. But with Dark Willow, we've all seen this hero many times. In this game, I think it can do a great job, especially Bedlam. They might have issues dealing with Bedlam on the side of Navi. On the Pugner in particular, once you go into your decrypt to try and save yourself, immediately Bedlam comes out, you die in seconds if that's the case. Low Hardy's trying to get another wraparound play onto Undershock in the mid lane. He's waited here on the high ground, or he's just gonna... Is he gonna try for this, yeah? They're gonna try for another kill. Open moves going on to Undershock. There will be a Spirit Siphon note. So not gonna be fast enough to prevent him from getting that off, but they might just have the damage anyway. Crystallize is trying to put the screws out onto him, but once they fall underneath the tier 1 tower, he knows that there's a Fairy Fire. Salve is popped. Undershock will live. So yeah, that's another gank in the mid lane Navi attempt without success. They lose General at bottom. Palantimos. This aggressive tri lane, they make use of it once more. Diving directly into Navi. In the meantime, Blizzy has caught up somewhat in the top lane, up to Dendi. Dendi's still outstripping him in terms of levels, but farm-wise, at the very least in terms of raw CS numbers. I don't know if that actually translates to farm, given that a lot of them are creep camps. Yeah, he's still 1,000 gold behind farm-wise. But it's getting some CS. Brood trying to get himself back into the game. Once again, Palantimos unable to replicate his performance in the first game. Hello
Dire's top
MS1109.
tower is under
What's
attack.
up? Welcome. But he's really starting to fall behind CS-wise. This Enfeeble from Bane Elemental, who's actually put 2 points into this LeBron, is going out of his way to make sure that Palantimos cannot play Dota here. The 2 points Enfeeble means that all that Palantimos is getting is the farm that's secured from bringing down some of these heroes. But damage-wise, hits like a wet noodle. 25 damage, nothing. This is the ultimate last hit challenge, guys. Can you last hit with 25 damage? Okay. Now at least, yeah, I should be okay. Get some CS towards his name.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is
Dandy has
under attack.
56 CS, 56 and
Radiant
15.
structures
Brood
are
also has
fortified.
56. This is less than 10 minutes into the game. I've never seen something like this before. Blizzy now had moved middle to try and put the pressure there. Dandy follows him immediately. He says, nah, buddy. We're killing you. Top lane though. Oh, Impale misses onto Undershock. They get the open wound down onto him though. The Spur Siphon won't be there. Should be able to keep him alive. Undershock beefing with Crystallize right underneath the tier 1 tower. Crystallize. Great job at dodging the damage. General dives again bottom. Slayer getting involved in yet another kill. So even though Palantimos has not been getting any CS towards his name, his involvement in 5 kills thus far has ensured that he's still able to get some farm. And Slayer, looks like this Shadow Realm as well as the Curse Crown are putting in work here in this bottom lane. They might try to go for something again though. Zayak grabbed the Invis Rune, he's walking past, they know exactly where he is. Feeble going forth once more towards Luna. I think soon they want to try and maybe go for something again, but they probably realize something is a bit fishy here. Phantom was just gonna back away. Dandy though, as well as Crystallize, are getting the bulk of this early farm in this game. All that Sword Curse can't flying forth. They wanna try and get this grab onto General once again. Lucent Beam will be there. Riptide as well as the Ensnare. They're trying to put the damage out onto the partner. One more Lucent Beam might be enough after the Shadow Realm. They just need the damage and they will find him. Palantimos calls down some destruction from the skies. They find the kill. Dank Willow fell low. Slayer TP's out, keeps himself alive. So she survives. Blizzy. Daddy doesn't know that Blizzy's here on the high ground just farming some of these creeps. Unless he's like manages to shockwave in this direction randomly, that would be hilarious.
Dire's middle tower is under
Daddy's
attack.
very happily just taking out
Dire's
this
structures
tier 1
are
tower in the mid
fortified.
lane. This is super great. This is exactly why they picked the Magnus. They matched it up against the Broodmother. As soon as Brood also went mid, they followed the Brood. Just to make sure that Dandy has a virtually limitless supply of CS. Especially with the Shockwave, power build. Pretty great for Dandy. This will actually, like, he should thank Blizzy. These fighters have financed the Blink Dagger Fund. So when this Blink arrives, Blizzy should be like, dog, I got that. That's because of me. To pay tax for that. Dandy now actually does have the Blink. Is it being sent out with a smoke on the courier? It is not, but I don't know if they have a smoke anywhere else. Perhaps Low has one. Low also doesn't have a smoke, so I don't think he'll be able to actually make use of the Blink Dagger just yet. Unless he's gonna try just go for a raw RP straight up onto Zayak. Whilst we see Blizzy just farming some of these ancients. Dandy will just get some mana for himself, he's hiding in the trees. He's gonna go bottom, gonna look for
Radiant's
Palantimos.
bottom tower
He has
is
a
under
blink
attack.
RP, skewer back towards the tier 1 tower, and there's gonna be a blast. The blast will actually miss coming in from the partner, but their life drain will not miss. Curse Crown will go off onto Dandy, prevent him from being able to follow things up. The Shadow Realm was there. Palantimos trying to get himself into the trees. He already committed the Eclipse before this. Shockwave flying through from Dandy. LeBron trying to get in range to get off the sleep. He's not able to, he doesn't even have the mana anyway. What an escape. And while this was happening, we do see Zayak comboing up with Blizzy to get the kill onto Low Hardy. I cannot believe Palantos survived that. Dandy commits RP, gets the skill off, but unfortunately General, the Nether Blast, he placed it a little bit forward, he placed it over here, whereas the heroes actually landed right behind the tower, and they end up losing their lives. Or isn't just surviving actually. Worse than losing their
Radiant's
life.
middle tower is
Everyone just
under
walks
attack.
away. Dendy now TP's mid. Or Blinks mid, gonna try to get this kill onto Blizzy. Blizzy right now getting Fiend script up. They wanna try find this grab. The net Ensnare will be there to cancel away the Fiend script coming in from the Bane Elemental. Blizzy trying to run himself over these webs. The spiders will be there to ensure that the Blink from Dendy is cancelled out. And Blizzy will go into the trees, use the insatiable hunger, get some of his HP back from these creeps, and should keep himself in a pretty good position. Bottom lane, Palantimos is starting to catch up towards where this lifestealer was. So is the Broodmother. Even the Death Prophet, Undershock, being no slouch right now. He's really far behind, but he's at least outstripped General.
Middle tower is under attack.
And if they keep this trend going, it's only upward trajectory from him. Dendy, 14 seconds until they have RP once again on the side of Navi. So we should look across the map and see where they intend to try and make use of it. No smokes on these Navi supports. Oh, LeBron does have one. Okay, so he can grab it up and they can make use of that to try and make rotations across the map. Looks like the 4-star order. Hammer the Dominator for Luna. I really like this build on Luna this game. I think the important thing when you're playing up against the kind of heroes that Navi has, because they know on the side of Vega that if this game goes late, the later this game goes, the better their team is in the lead really. Oh, Bramble Maze dropped behind the tier 1 tower. Palantimos has to be careful. Okay, they're gonna try to get out of this. They're gonna see another RP. RP does come out. The song is there, but it's late. Zayak cannot actually allow the survive to go through, and even then, Crystallized has the rage ongoing, so Slayer is not safe through the silence either. Get the kill. Now tier 1 tower is gonna be in jeopardy. In the mid lane though, they were chasing directly onto General. Blizzy diving behind the tier 2 tower with Undershock. Gonna try to find this kill. He's already used the soft decrypt, but it's gonna be up in just a moment. They rotate down 2 heroes, Dendy as well as LeBron has smoked up. Gonna try to find out of these Vega heroes. They see them farming. Do they see Blizzy? Oh, Fiend's grip onto an illusion. So they should be perfectly safe. They'll be able to get out of this happily. And they also didn't take down the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. The lifestealer just did not have the damage for that. Crystallized. Gonna have a super early Radiance again as well. Oh, mid lane, Curse Card is gonna catch directly onto LeBron. LeBron loses life thanks to the Crypt Storm coming in from Undershock as well as the taking of the tier 1 tower. I think they took it earlier, didn't they? Yeah, they did. A little bit ago.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Vega Squadron still keeping this graph very tightly in their favor. Blizzy now has completed up this Desolator.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Jess was great this game because it's also good against Lifestealer. Lifestealer does not actually have that much armor even after he picks up the Solar Crest. And he's still a ways away from having the Solar Crest. Right now, still trying to finish off the Rads. The Empower is helping him farm in this jungle though. Like a lot faster than you would be able to without it. So, as a result of that,
bottom tower is under
Juicy
attack.
Crystallize about to round the corner towards having the full Radiance. He actually basically has it. But Desolator is still gonna help versus him.
Radiant's
And he's
bottom
still just
tower
farming.
is fallen.
Busy. Erstwhile Navi. Gonna try to take the tier 1 tower in the top lane. They recognize that right now they haven't been able to make too much happen across the map.
Dire's top
But this is
tower
something they can
is
always
under
do.
attack.
If General is near a tower, they can always apply this damage. The tower goes down, they're gonna TP towards mid lane. Crystallize will avoid their hit from the Shadow Realm from Slayer. Will not cop that damage. Sooner just back away. They do get a smoke now. They need to try and make use of it.
Radiant's
They
bottom
wanna try
tower
and get
is
this
under
RP
attack.
going. Exorcism is being committed in the bottom lane. The Radiance has just been completed by the Lifestealer. Bramble Maze goes out. Dendy, Curse Crown will catch him. Do they have any reveal for this? Boosted out by the last push in the Bramble Maze. And this will allow them to take this tier 2 tower. LeBron will almost immediately gets eviscerated by Blizzy and the boys. General as well. Terrorized, gets sent back. Slayer falling so low. Is he gonna die for this? Zayak will go in for the song. And they will ensnare onto the Lifestealer right in front of him. But unfortunately, the Radiance burn damage is too damn high. Crystallized gets the kill onto the Naga Siren. Still a Vega win out of that though. They get the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. So a definite win in that regard. And then getting that tower. So now Vega Squadron. All that's left, they need to find more items to go towards Palantimos. As well as things have been going for them on the front of taking down towers and objectives, they're still actually behind in terms of the farm on their core heroes on the side of Vega.
Dire's middle tower
Oh,
has
Palantimos comes across their defense strip, will be there. Yeah, they're gonna lose. No way he's surviving. And she's down. The Moonrider is down. She's fallen. Na'Vi find a really big kill. Lil Hardy does have access
Radiant's
to the
top
Vincere.
tower is under attack.
And there's the Medallion of Courage finally coming in for the Lifestealer.
Dire's bottom
Will help a lot,
tower is under
especially
attack.
considering that we had a Blizzy going for the Desolator. But Blizzy also has his own Medallion. So they kind of counter one another out. Dendi,
Dire
Dendi,
are scanning.
Slayer, we'll see him. Curse Crown will go out, triggers out onto Dendi. He's gonna get caught by the Shadow Run as well. This is a lot of damage, he's been silenced up. So they're gonna try and go for the kill. He's been ensnared right now. Blizzy jumping directly onto the Magnus. He kills him before the RP is able to come out. And now Crystallize might be in trouble. Zayak, he's got the ensnare cooling down in several seconds. The Terrorize did come out from the high ground from Slayer to ensure that there's no possibility of a Lifestealer Rage to get himself out of trouble, even though he didn't have access to it regardless. And Vega Squadron
Dire's
get a
bottom tower
massive
is under
counter
attack.
on the initiation from Na'Vi. Slayer is the one that
Dire's
jukes
bottom
out
tower has fallen.
the blink from Magnus. As a result, they get a pretty massive pick off there. They're gonna try use the exorcism to take the Roshan. And this will give them the Aegis at least 18 seconds until one of these bigger heroes on the side of
Dire's
Na'Vi is
bottom
online.
tower is under
Oh
attack.
no, Lil is gonna run underneath a Sentry Ward. Curse Card is gonna be there as well as a Spirit Siphon. They give the kill to Palantimos using a Lucent Beam again. Once more, even though Vega is not ahead gold-wise on each individual hero, just feels like they have a better cohesion as a team right now. It also feels like right now, this stage of the game is where Na'Vi are supposed to be stronger than Vega. It's not like as the game goes later, Na'Vi gets stronger than Vega. So it's supposed to be right now. Especially with this very early Blink Dagger pickup from Dendi. They're gonna try again right now. Get this RP. Blizzy in the trees. He just wants to pop the smoke. Looks like they're gonna just dodge entirely. This RP is not going to find anybody on the side of Na'Vi. Dendi is searching, he's scoping this out, but nobody is gonna, no takers. Nobody wants any part of this. So Vega Squadron. Blizzy now, second net worth, almost has enough money for the Mithril Hammer. He's gonna be still building furthermore into that BKB, almost about to outstrip Crystallizer's Lifestealer as the most farmed hero on the map. Being closely followed by Palantimos. And all of this is also being facilitated by the fact that Crystallize spent a fair amount of time sitting inside the Magnus waiting for an initiation. They should be able to find this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. And they're going to end up trading for the tier 1 tower in the top. Zayak right around LeBron, and they're going to find him with the net. No, they won't, not yet. Blizzy is right around him. Oh, they got him. And he just nightmared onto Zayak, so there's no way to get himself out of this. First card will be there. Will be a Shadow Run head from Slayer, and that's it. They got him. And they got the tier 1 tower on the top lane. Na'Vi will be okay with this because they got the tier 2 at bottom. It's not gonna hurt them too much, but this is not an ideal situation. And now the fact that they have this Hurricane Pike available on Luna, much harder to actually lock this hero down. Even if you RP her, she should be able to get out of danger with the Hurricane Pike. They're gonna smoke now themselves on the side of Vega, heading towards the mid lane. This ward that they planted down during that last encroachment into the Na'Vi side of the map might help them now be able to find the pick-off necessary that'll give them the space to bring down the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They will now, with this other observer ward, they see the Lifestealer, they see Crystallize farming right next to the shrine. This might actually be the kill for them. LeBron does not actually know how much he's just done here. LeBron makes sure that they get the save. Crystallize would have been 100% dead had LeBron not sacrificed his life right now. I mean, he didn't do this on purpose, Perhaps, but
Dire's top
still.
tower is under attack.
What timing for him to arrive as he did. And this also creates some space towards the top lane. Because it looks like General here with the Nether Blast should be able to grab this tier 2 tower with his team. They put the ward
Dire's structures
behind the
are
trees. What level is it? Only level 2 Nether
Radiant's
ward,
middle
so
tower is under attack.
Vega can still
Dire's
fight
top
around this.
tower is under attack.
Luna should start building BKB now. That should be the next item pickup. Oh, we have a silence right now onto Lil. Lil is gonna lose his life. Goes up into the air. Can he get out of this long enough so he can get off the inverse? One more second. Nope. Blizzy dominating streak with this Desolator. Too much damage coming out. And now he has a BKB ready to go. And also the top lane General was actually unable to bring down the tier 2 tower. So it looks like it's all Vega right now. They managed to accrue themselves a young 3k gold lead. Not the most. But it does look like things are not looking great for Na'Vi. The top of the network charts have now gone the way of Vega Squadron. Lifesteal is somewhat in contention there, but now General has dropped out of the top 5 entirely. He's behind by 3k. The rest of the heroes are all within 1,500 gold of one another. So very tight spread of farm at the upper echelons of this game.
Under attack.
But Vega, don't feel afraid right now. Palantimo still has his Aegis. So they're going to siege onto this tier 2 tower in the top lane. And they should be able to find this.
Radiant's top tower is under
This
attack.
bad boy certainly goes down, right? Yep. There we go. Dendi is
Radiant's
at
top
bottom.
tower
Unfortunately,
has
Dendi is they've already grabbed the tier 2. He does pick up a Shadow Blade for himself though. So even
Dire's
greater
bottom
mobility
tower
is available
is
for
under
him
attack.
when he wants to use it. The rest of his
Radiant's
team
middle tower is
outside the
under
base
attack.
thinking about defending this tier 2 in the mid lane. Blizzy was working on that a little bit, putting in the Desolator, chipping away at its health. Now the Aegis will expire on Palantimos,
Loaded to the gills.
which will be the signal for Vega Squadron to back off. They've gotten what they wanted, got a ton of gold on everybody, so let's just leave. Now he's gonna farm it up, ooh. I hope he's going BKB now. There's a smoke right now from Na'Vi. They lead with Lil inside Vendetta. It looks like Vega's very much aware that something is awry. Even Blizzy just throws in some spawn spiralings into the mid lane, backs off immediately, sticking around his own shrine when there's already got a sentry ward down, so they can recognize if it is indeed the case that we have a approach of an Nyx assassin. Also, Slayer has 3 sentry wards, so I think Slayer's probably gonna try D-ward here on the high ground. Is he? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Pause action. Yeah, people getting packet loss. Packet loss is the worst. Feels bad, man. It is by far the worst. There's also a problem for Na'Vi because every given time when Crystallize is inside Dendi, trying to make a go like this, and his Radiance is going to work, it doesn't always guarantee that they get a kill. And this is time spent not farming with this Radiance. Time that Palantimos can easily be farming on the Luna, who's actually queued up a a Butterfly rather than the BKB. So going for a more aggressive stance in this game. I'm gonna go back for the BKB later. Probably relying on the team to save him. Relying on the Sleep, the Terrorize, the Ensnare, the Glimmer Cape, the aggressive Yule Scepters onto the enemy team. As well as for on Blizzy's BKB. Alright, finally ready. Let's see if Slayer's gonna get the D-ward off. He will not. Oh wait, will he? Will he? Yes he will. What a player. Yeah, so after that D-ward, yeah, the smoke is guaranteed to fail now. There's no way that the smoke succeeds. Impale coming out. Lil did get tagged, but he's already on the high ground. Blizzy's playing very carefully about this. So now Na'Vi gives us up, recognizing that this is going nowhere. Dendi still farming, trying to get himself his own BKB. He can actually afford it right now. Should be, so the next fight, Na'Vi will have a BKB on the Magnus. What does General have for himself? He's going straight in for this Aeon Disc after getting the Aether Lens as well as the Veil of Discord. I mean, I like this item as a defensive item for a lot of these heroes, these intel heroes especially, who need to be able to cast spells, who like can save themselves with a spell or two. So like Pugna, Death Prophet, you A on disc, you start draining, and you feel pretty good. Now they're gonna try something again, a little. He's thinking about grabbing Crystallize as a passenger. Crystallize, not really certain he wants to actually do this. The rest of Vega as well, sitting as a unit. Lizzie throwing forth a Spiderling, discount things out, as well as they have some illusions from the Naga Siren. Here we go, they're gonna try for this. Will the terrorize land? Nope, forced to cancel the call. Vega playing very slowly right now, which I think they're okay with. They're also stealing away most of the jungle farm available from Navi. Playing very aggressively right now, Vega Squadron. Aeon disc complete for general. Palantimo's actually getting closer and closer towards this butterfly. He's gonna have it before the next fight, definitely. He might even have it before the next Roshan engagement. Rosh might respawn in about 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. This is very important for Navi. Navi cannot allow themselves to not get Rosh, because they're starting to fall behind on farm. Okay, so it's gonna be Rosh in almost max spawn time actually. 2 minutes 50 seconds. Lil goes invis again. But Navi knows they need to start doing stuff now, because their actual team fight is not very good. So if they're not in a situation in which their team fight or these pickoffs and these ganks aren't working and they can transition this into pushes, if Vega pitch up as 5 heroes, there's no way Navi can fight that. Unless they expect to get 3-4 man RPs each time, or 2-3 man impales. Oh no, Slayer went into the Shadow Realm before they could actually find that kill. And Snare will be there as well. They will at least find the kill. Here comes Blizzy. They've turned this around. They want to try to get more damage out. Lil gets tossed into the air. He will die after using the Spike Carapace. The Beast Grip will be onto Undershock. LeBron trying to keep this fight going. They're going to get turned upon right now. Nightmare themselves to keep himself alive. They will lose the Naga. RP will come out from Dandy. They're going to catch everybody on the side of Vega Squadron. It's only the Broodmother that's left. Trying to get herself onto the high ground. Blizzy runs forward. Will succeed in doing so. It looks like the crucial mistake. Palantimo was not able to actually get the Eclipse off before he got used into the air by Lil. Creates enough space that Navi needed to win that fight decisively, and now suddenly they're pushing into this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Exactly the way they needed to take this fight, in dribs and drabs. That's where Navi is at their strongest. And they succeed. That smoke, or that Vendetta attack attempt from Leon Hardy succeeds greatly. Gives some gold for a Blink Dagger over towards General as well, even though he just picked up this Aeon disc. And the Life Stealer will be able to complete off his Lantern style. And that's pretty legit. Crystallize, now looking towards getting himself an MKB. Did Blizzy activate his BKB that fight? Yeah, he did. Actually used the whole thing. Something needs to be done about this Assault Cuirass item. This build-up is so horrible. Like one of the worst build-ups in all of Dota right now. Feels almost worse to build than a Nullifier. It's really not great. 2 secret drop items, imagine. We will find ourselves with a Butterfly being picked up for the Luna. So it might be a little bit harder to bring this hero down in the future. Or it will be a little bit harder, rather. Blizzy just need to finish off the plate mail, and we'll have a full Assault Cuirass for this Dire team. And they also get themselves a Solar Crest on Undershock. Wants to build, or a Medallion at the very least, wants to build a Solar Crest. Has Blink, Yules, Medallion, and a BKB. So very defensive oriented build from the side of Undershock, making sure that he can always stay alive and can dish out damage in these fights. But looking strong right now on the side of Navi. They were able to claw back the entirety of that gold differential. And Dendy has BKB now as well. So it is really difficult for Vega to survive gank attempts and to try and get like quick pick-offs, they need to always be traveling as a unit. But you can't be too close, because then you get caught by RP and you all die. So this Vega lineup, despite knowing that they actually have the natural advantage in teamfights, just one spell, just because of RP, they have to play so much more defensively. AC now finally finished for Blizzy. Let's crystallize going. Oh yeah, I forgot mine. MKB, great against Luna's Butterfly. And now she's finally gonna start going for a BKB. It's kind of a problem, the fact that this lifestealer is the one that's going for this MKB. Because I think in large part this Butterfly was picked up for him. Oh, now we'll get a snare to him. He just manta dodges through the Curse Crown and the snare. I also really like this manta pickup. I think it's a genius item pickup from Crystallize. He recognizes that a whole host of the lockdown available from Vega Squadron that he can easily just illusion himself out of. Roche is up. Both teams know that both teams know Roche is up. So where will we go from here? The one thing I do really want to see from Vega Squadron is them being a little bit like more aggressive now, even though they probably have this advantage as the game goes on. Just the overwhelming threat that is Dandy RP, especially if he can catch you out, say when buybacks are down, just makes it so difficult for you to be able to take fights decisively. So when you can, right now, while you still have an advantage in terms of your ability to team fight, they're gonna try for a fight right now. Smoke incoming.
Loaded to the gills.
It was on the courier law, someone sent it back. Lil did go in for the Vendetta. They see him. Curse Crown will fly out onto Lil Hardy. He is going to use dodge the Curse Crown, but he will not be able to use dodge the Bramble Maze. Or he will just blink dodge the Bramble Maze. Lil, man, what a player. He's fine. And now they will be able to pop that smoke. Kind of in an awkward position now though. Before it was fine to do it, but we're going to have to wait until these high ground creeps are taken out. Alright, they can try it now. Smoke is available. Lil can just get himself into the fight if need be. But they also don't really have vision of where these Vega Squadron heroes are. Right now, Palantimos is farming the Dire Triangle, as one does. If you're playing Luna, that's what you should be doing the entire time. And also has BKB now. Alright, I think Vega is ready to fight. They want to get involved in this action. Now look at this creep wave at bottom. Oh, Palantimos is going to be so happy. Oof, look at that. And they're going to be the ones that smoke this up. BKB just arrived off the courier. Smoke as well, it looks like, was used up by Navi. We have Lil running around inside Invis. LeBron is there as well with the feed script. Dendi waiting for that RP opportunity. Where are these teams going to meet up? They're going to meet inside the pit itself. Looks like Vega Squadron going to try to go in for this fight inside the pit. They're already inside the Roshan pit. Dendi outside the bad boy. They don't actually know this is happening. Oh my god, this is finishing so quickly. The Solar Crest from Undershock is doing all the work in the world. They just got it. Oh my goodness, Navi. Egg on their faces after that attempt. Lil. They know someone's around here, but they don't have a gem or anything. They will not be able to catch out this next assassin. This is once again time Crystallize is not farming. To be fair, Palantimos isn't farming right now at this very second either. But I think it's probably more important. Lifestealer probably has a bit more to do with money. They're gonna try now, go for Undershock. Undershock being caught out, top lane, he's gonna BKB, Yules up. They're gonna try and take this fight right now. Will there be a Spirit Siphon? They want Crystallize. They don't want the Small Fry, which is the next assassin. They're gonna chase him down right now with this Eclipse, but their body block coming in. Palantimos, will he get the cancel? No, he won't. Oh my goodness, Crystallize, what a player. Lil's gonna die though, Spirit Siphon. Actually damage from Zayak somehow. Bottom lane, Dendi actually almost brought down the tier 3 tower with him in general. Blasting this down. Looks like Navi resorting to the split push. Red Dota. Come on, Dendi, what are you doing, bro? This is how you lost the TI. You can't put yourself in a situation Or you're making other people experience your pain? Come on, man. That's just not called for, Dandy. Dodo, right now, looking to get that Bloodthorn. Orchid will be the first port of call on his way towards that Bloodthorn. It still feels good. It still feels like Vega Squadron can definitely win fights. It's just that Navi not been allowing them to take it. Making sure they're always as far away as possible, as often as possible. They're gonna try to take this tier 2 tower mid now. I think they realize that there is a definite danger that this tower bottom goes down to an errant push from Navi, and at that point there's always the risk of just being jumped on with the Pugna, Nether Blast. Oh, 3-man song will get caught here. Now they're gonna go, JD pops the RP. These group will go directly out onto the Luna, preventing him being able to use his BKB effectively in the midst of the fight. On the backside of the fight, LeBron, he gets caught out right now, being chased down by the Bedlam coming in from the Giant Willow. She gets the kill. They do get the grab onto the Naga side as well. Gems on the deck. So support for support does get traded out. There is an exorcism going, but because they've already dropped down this Aegis of the Immortal, and they use the Luna BKB, they do not want to try and pursue this fight further. They will back away for now. Return perhaps when their fortunes look brighter in the future. But still, that was not terrible for Navi. That was really good. They defend the high ground, get the Aegis away almost immediately. Force a BKB that does nothing, yeah. Luna probably needs Lincoln Sphere or something. She's actually going to go for the MKB as well to try and counter out those Radiance from Crystallize, as well as the fact that Crystallize went in for the plus 20% evasion talent and has a Solar Crest. So, oh, mid lane, they want to try and get a Blizzy. He is dead. Blizzy is dead. Got right clicked down by Crystallize. Too much damage. Bramble Maze comes out mid. They want to try and find this grab. Silence out directly onto the Lifestealer. Yules out onto the Luna to prevent it from being able to use the Lucid Beam. Palantimos can pop the Eclipse. Is he going to use it to try and take this fight? Burn Siphon not going to be enough to save the life of the Death Prophet thanks to the life drain from the Pugna Slayer in Shadow Realms to try and get himself out of trouble. Lil will take an Infest. Make sure that there is going to be more life available for the life to the blink forward by him. They missed the Impale, though Palantimos will get caught out with the Glimmer Cape. They're keeping him alive. Crystallize underneath the tier 1-3 tower. They're fighting this. He will be able to get the grab onto Palantimos. Luna dies. Crystallize chases him down. Buyback on the Death Prophet. Buyback on the Brood as well. Blizzy wants to try and turn this around. They do not want to allow a tier 3 tower to fall, but that's what they're going to get. Then the RP cooling down in 2 seconds. It looks like now V might actually just be on the cusp of winning this game. Off of the back of amazing Crystallized plays. This guy, what a player. Gonna get a laner Rax out of this. And they do not want to get, okay, feeds grip onto the Brood. Mother Brood loses her life. Crystallized now just chasing onto Zayak. The jump forward by General looking to get the Death Ward, and then with the life drain out, Curse Crown will charge onto the Pugna. Moves away from the rest of the team. Buyback coming in from the Jack Widow. They want to try and fight this game. So Nether Blast destroys the range racks at bottom. There's still 30 seconds. No Luna. Without buyback, in fact. And the Brood Mother 70 seconds without buyback. This is actually going to be 2 lanes of racks at least. But once they realize there's no buyback on the Brood, Navi might stick around for the long haul. Second lane of racks gets bursted up right now. The top lane, a creep wave is right outside, and that's tier 3 tower. Looking mighty low. General looks like he's moving towards the top lane. Has his Aeon Disc. Was very difficult to bring him down. The Nether Blast will be there on the high ground. They're going to jump forward. They want to try and get this kill. There will be Exorcism going. Coming in from Undershock. He wants to try and find a kill onto LeBron. LeBron will not oblige him. And in fact, they're going to turn directly onto the Naga side and they bring him down. Crystallized with the rage. It's too damn strong. Palantimos looking to get off the Eclipse. But unfortunately, everybody flees away from him. This BKB not going to be that useful. RP from Dendi directly onto the Luna. They're dragging him back right in front of the waiting arms of Crystallized. And Crystallized will take him down. Luna dead again. 80 seconds. No buyback. Crystallized does lose his life. Inside of Ghost Scepter. Nightmare was there, he cannot stay alive. And they use up now onto LeBron's Bait Elemental. They should be able to find him. So even though they bring down the Lifestealer without buyback, it is still not enough for them to win the fight overall. But Navi have more than gotten what they wanted in the last 5 minutes. Claim a double set of racks as well as a tier 3 tower, as well as forcing several buybacks from the side of Vega Squadron. Everything going their way right now. And RV one single fight away. It just took one fight. They won literally one fight, and they were like, "Oh, we can win the game now." So they whoa, wow. Gets decrypt, Dagon, and he's dead. And he's dead. He's very dead. Like super dead. Looks like Navi playing their lineup, playing to their strengths, and doing it perfectly. Recognizing that you don't actually need to take big 5v5 team fights. As long as you can isolate them, pick these heroes off, keep putting Palantimos in a really horrible position. And now that Dendi has the refresher orb as well. Oh, nice impale with their Nether Blast. They're gonna try to get the Life Rain out. They actually just killed Dendi with the decrypt. They get killed Blizzy, not Dendi. Dendi is very alive over here with the refresher orb flying out to him. But Jesus, wow, that's another kill on our Brood Mother here. So poor Brood, man. Can't really do anything about that. Gets caught out, dies. Now it seems like the rest of Navi coming in to finish this game off. LeBron looking to try get off the Fiend's grip onto somebody. Just gets the enfeeble off onto Palantimos. They just took the range racks just like that. Melee racks are incoming and they're about to get the full range, the full megas here. Terrorize will connect directly onto this Lifestealer. Lifestealer Manta dodges through it. Palantimos does pop DKB right now, goes in for the Eclipse, but gets Fiend's grip almost immediately. Cannot continue this fight. The rage is there from Crystallize with the plus 2 seconds extra. RP now coming in from Dandy, catching out on some multiple heroes. They brought down the Dank Widow. They just brought down Slayer and Undershock. The last of 4 will be Palantimos. And GG, well played. Navi will not be deterred, will not be stopped. Oh my goodness, Navi, man. They come back regardless at the end of this competition. And they secure themselves a place in their winners final. That was pretty amazing. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be me for now. I don't think I'm casting another game at the moment. Please just like, follow the channel. Check me out. In the top left hand corner, you'll see my name over there at snare_. Follow me on Twitter. Please follow this particular channel on the Twitch. Like it, follow it, buy some bits. You know, help a homie out. Keep me alive. Basically just feed me. Help me eat food. I don't know. But before we actually just sign out onto this game, a couple of more things that we have to just look at. We need to look at something I noticed at the very end of this game, right? I noticed that Dendi was spending more time farming than basically anybody on the map except Crystallize. Only Palantimos and Crystallize had more farm than Dendi. He was only using the Shockwave on himself, and it paid dividends. Did really well this game. So Navi, very deservedly, will find themselves going through into the winner bracket final here in the CIS qualifiers for the Thailand minor. Unfortunately, we will see Vega Squadron drop down to the loser bracket. But that actually is not very unfortunate because that means they're still in this competition. They just need to try and pull out a win versus Team Empire to secure their way forward in this contest. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me for today. My name is Snare, casting for you all the way from South Africa. Like I said, like my Twitter, like everything, follow this channel, buy some bits, subscribe to it. Let me know in the chat if there's what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know on Twitter, in DMs, however you want to let me know. Just help me improve to give you the best casting that you'd want. But for me, Snare, I'm done. And I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow or Sunday for more Dota 2 action. I don't know if it'll be GESC, but it'll be definitely Dota. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Take it easy, listen to music, follow everything. And I'm Snare, I'm out. See you soon.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, something I've been toying around with. So there's a bunch of other, Dota is not played every single day in a professional capacity. There's a bunch of other games that I'd love to spend some time playing and streaming as well, but I don't know if you guys would be amenable to that. So there's a game in particular called Vanquish. What did you guys think about me streaming that game? Just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. But yeah, thank you.